Did you realize that you were a champion in their eyes?
Cascade.
Core group of girls that bought in, that trusted me, that believed in me, and knew that I loved them. You can see that these girls are really wanting the best for this program, and that's all that I've ever wanted from them.
Time to unleash the Lady Champions. You're tuned into the radio home of Cascade Lady Champions Basketball. WVNG Louisville. First winner, 100.9, and 1400. The student section is loud as the teams are warmed up and we're almost set for the opening tip-off. Let's send it courtside live. Here's Brandon Crossland and Brian Cruz.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome into senior night here from the stable right here on the Zinger 100.9, their radio home for Cascade Lady Champion and Champion Basketball. Good evening, everyone. Again, Brandon Crossland alongside Mr. Brian Cruz this evening for your Cascade Lady Champions and Champions tonight, taking on once again the Lady Hornets and Hornets of Huntland High School. Tonight, your Cascade Lady Champions coming tonight 1-19 overall, 0-3 in the District 2A, Region 5, District 7. The Huntland Lady Hornets 17-10, 4-2 in their Region 1A, or 1A, Region 5, District 9. But senior festivities have already taken place, had 9 total seniors on the boys team and a few cheerleaders that got some recognition. Also some from the wrestling team able to get their recognition as well with the orange flowers and the ceremony, and it's a special time every time we have a senior night here from the stable. Well, Brian, I welcome you in, and it's another great night here to be at the stable for Cascade Lady Champion and Champion Basketball, and couldn't ask for a better senior night so far, and a great crowd already on hand. Let's take a look at the Lady Hornets, our competition here tonight. Their last game, they lost to Moore County at home last Friday night in district play. And for some reason, I'm a bonehead and didn't put the score down on that one.
Well, I can't remember the score, Brandon, but I know that game came down to a 3 free throws from the Moore County Lady Raider. Their great sophomore that they have on that team over there. It's my understanding that there was a 2-point deficit for the Lady Raiders with just 2 seconds left on the clock. The Lady Raiders were able to inbound that ball, catch it at half court, turn and shoot, and unfortunately the Huntland Lady Hornet fouled the player from Moore County, sending her to the line, and how clutch was she in connecting on all 3 free throw attempts, winning that game for Moore County over Huntland last week by 1 point. So we are catching Huntland after taking one on the chin in Moore County last Friday night. But it's good to have them here tonight being in the stable. You know, Brandon, when basketball games, you see the weather today and you see the news where teams across the mid-state are having to cancel basketball games. It's just good to be able to get this game in and also celebrate the seniors on our Cascade Champion team and be reminded that, you know, this is a very, very young Cascade Lady Champion team. No seniors to celebrate for them tonight. So, you know, maybe we can celebrate in other ways and play a great game against the Huntland Lady Hornets tonight here at the stable.
Those are some good points, Brian. And also, if you haven't heard yet, Bedford County schools are closed tomorrow, so don't get them ready for the bus. Don't get out there, fellas. It's no school tomorrow.
No school tomorrow.
For the Lady Hornets, before that game with Moore County, they had another loss with Cornersville. For some reason, I did get the score for that. 40-49 was the fall there. Also in their district. Their last win was Friday, January 20th at Eagleville, taking on the Lady Eagles, and they won that 56-44, also in their district. Yeah, again, Cascade's last game, that big loss there to Community. And but the last meeting between these two teams, that was the last non-Christmas tournament game of 2022. It was a 32-62 loss there from Huntland, but looking to shake things around here tonight with some home court advantage and a great crowd here for senior night. And I think now better than ever, time to take a look at our Cataldo Auto Repair Service Center keys to the game tonight for your Cascade Lady Champions.
Yes, Brandon, and those are, number one, handle the press. The opening 2 to 3 minutes of this game are key for the Lady Champions. Look for the Lady Hornets to apply pressure early, we are going to have to show that we can handle that press. Last time when we faced the Lady Hornets, they took the advantage in the opening period 11-1, and just we really dug ourselves into a hole. But then in the following quarter, we came out, won that quarter 15-11. So the key for the night's game, first one, is to handle that pressure early on. Number two is take away second chance opportunities. This is a big physical team from Huntland. We have got to get defensive rebounds, and they are strong, they're talented. Defensive rebounds by the Cascade Lady Champions will help keep us in this game. And finally, take the fight to them. On a big team like this, sometimes you can get them in foul trouble by taking the ball to them, drawing the fouls, giving yourself an opportunity to get to the free throw line, causing some of those talented players to have to sit down early. If we do these things, we can keep this margin close and hopefully come out successful tonight.
Thank you as always, Brian. Those are your Cataldo Auto Repair Service Center keys to the game. Proud sponsor of your Cascade Lady Champions and Champions here on the Zinger 100.9. And also with these other fine sponsors, First Bank, Curl Construction and Excavating LLC, Garrison Valley Farms, DNR Dumpsters, DNR Contractors, Cascade Veterinary Hospital, and also by State Farm, Rob Gardner Agent. We're going to take a 2-minute pause and come back for more pregame action as we await the national anthem and also the starting five here at Cascade Lady Champions. It's senior night here from the stable. The Lady Champions and Champions both taking on Huntland, Lady Hornets and Hornets tonight. We'll be back in 2 minutes right here on the Zinger 100.9.
On game night, winning is everything. But at First Bank, we know life's big wins happen off the field. Like when you win that amazing heart, when you win your first classroom's respect, or when you win your employees' loyalty and find the home that wins their smiles. Life's big wins take a bank big on you. Join a team that helps you win not only on game day, but on days you never forget. First Bank, the official bank of TSSAA. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Getting the job done right on a major construction project takes experienced professionals, the kind you will find when you call Curl Construction and Excavating LLC. Like your Cascade basketball squads, Curl hits the ground running while working to get the job done and beating the clock to meet your project deadline. Serving Middle Tennessee's construction and excavation needs for 25 years and still building. Make your project a slam dunk with Curl Construction and Excavating LLC. Call 931-389-6996. CurlConstruction.com. Dig deep and plow, Champion Nation.
Cataldo Auto Repair Service Center in Wartrace is thankful for your loyalty with us over the years. When you need vehicle repair, you need it fast and right the first time. You've proven that cars at 219 Blackman Boulevard East in Wartrace is the place to go. Thanks for trusting their services on all your vehicles time after time. Cars, an excellent alternative to any expensive dealership because their knowledge base and equipment stacks up the same, if not better, than the dealer. Thank you for relying on Cars, proud sponsor of your Cascade Champions on the Zinger.
Did you eat anything?
Are you planning that next big project and thinking how nice it would be if I had a dumpster right there on site? Then call DNR Dumpsters in Shelbyville. DNR Dumpsters provides quality and convenient dumpster rental service for commercial and residential applications. Roll-off dumpsters with prompt delivery, even next-day delivery and hauling available. Call DNR Dumpsters at 931-684-1685. For more information, visit dnrdumpsters.com.
You're listening to the Zinger 100.9 and AM 1400 WZNG Shelbyville, your radio home for Cascade Lady Champions basketball.
Hey, welcome back to the stable here on the Zinger 100.9, your radio home for Cascade Lady Champion and Champion basketball. It's Brandon Crossan alongside Mr. Brian Cruz, Mr. David McGee with us later tonight for the boys game. But right now, it's your Cascade Lady Champions taking on the Lady Hornets of Huntland this evening, the second contest between these two teams this 2022-2023 campaign. And Brian, I just wanted to point out some upward trends here from our Cascade points per game leaders. Of course, Kagan Young there at 8.4 points per game. But a big one here, I want to mention a shout out for Sophia Ray. She's been trending upwards the last 3 games on her points per game average, 6.7 to 7.4 to 7.7. Tonight she is 8 points per game, right there flat.
Wow. You know, and maybe we should add that to the key to the game. We've got to get the ball into Sophie Ray, give her opportunities to score. That's key. That is obviously a key to the game. We have to have more players from the Lady Champions contributing on the scoreboard and, couple players could get into double digits, that would really narrow the margins from the scores that we've seen in the past. You know, Coach JD, when we've talked to her, she's talked about, you know, averaging 33 to 35 points per game. You know, that doesn't win you a whole lot of high school basketball games, but we can get some contributions from some other girls on the floor tonight. You know, like players like Sophie Ray stepping up. Lena Carter the other night had a really good game.
Yes.
For Cascade, connecting on some big three-pointers. Cadence Miller, we know that she's capable of doing that as well. So, you know, Bella Rhodes, we've got to get some points from other players on the court when they hit the floor, and hopefully we can do that tonight. Get some players, you know, if you have one or two, if you look at the champions, there's usually 2 players each night that are in double-digit scoring, but then beyond that, you have other players getting like 6 to 8 points just right under that mark. We need some of that to carry over to our Lady Champions and give ourselves better opportunities to come out victorious.
And I'm glad you mentioned Lena Carter. She's also upward trending past 2 games or so, down from up from 3.2 almost to 4 points per game for Lena Carter, and also 1.8 for Bella Rhodes. Annabelle Calvert at 3.1, and just some good improvements there, and especially wanted to shout out Sophie Ray on the improvement side. 3 minutes and 8 remaining here in the warm-up before we get the festivities going. And the Huntland Lady Hornets, in their road uniforms tonight, incorporating a lot of the red in the Huntland look. We got the away reds with the away blues, with the red trim. And on the warm-up T-shirts, it just says "The Land."
The Land.
It looks very retro, Brian.
Yes, it really does. You know, even the uniforms look kind of retro. But this is a very talented team, very talented coach, Mike Evanson. He's a class act on the court, and you know he always has his teams prepared to play. And I look for this team to come out and play fast tonight. Try to rebound from those losses that you mentioned that they have sustained earlier. And last week. So.
Yes, always expect a prepared ball team whenever you play Coach Mike Edmondson, whoever he's coaching.
The animated Mike Edmondson.
The animated.
Yes.
That's not really sometimes. I wasn't thinking that's a word that came to mind.
Yeah, I like to see him get animated down there. So he's a pleasure to be around.
Yes, sir. And again, you're joining us here on the Zinger 100.9. Cascade Lady Champions about to take on the Lady Hornets of Huntland. And we let you know again that we're sponsored by First Bank, Carroll Construction and Excavating LLC, Garrison Valley Farms, Cataldo Auto Repair Service Center, DNR Dumpsters, DNR Contractors, Cascade Veterinary Hospital, and by State Farm, Rob Gardner Agent. And we just came off the Battle of Bedford. We look on the boys' side, just came off from a Battle of Bedford Part 2 at Community on Friday. And that final score that night was 86 to 67, and that was a fun night. You're looking at me funny. Was that a wrong?
No, yeah, that's Cascade champion score. Yeah,
yes,
yeah. I was daydreaming there for a minute, Brandon.
Okay.
But yeah, what a great game, Cascade champions, and you know, shout out to the Community Vikings as they came out very well prepared against the champions and played a really good game. That score is not really indicative of hard fought that game was before the final score.
It was very tough there from Unionville, as they did put up a good fight against your champions. And before that, it was at Watertown, 71 to 47. Even before that, at Lincoln County, 71 to 50. So it's been nice to get off this road trip for a while and
yes, it has.
Finally set back home and get our things in order. And we'll have another, of course, it's kind of unconventional. We'll have another home game after senior night, which doesn't really happen all the time, but it's because of the makeup game. That'll be next Monday here playing Grundy County. But now we pause for the national anthem from the scorers table.
Cascade Elementary third grader Annie Lawson, daughter of Coach Chris and Renee Lawson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad sky
standing ovation for the future of America right there.
Yes, sir,
That
Brandon.
is daughter of Coach Lawson.
We always say we love it when they do it live, but what better way to start a game than hear from Annie Lawson doing the national anthem tonight.
And
All
she's
right,
singing her
starting
heart out
lineup
there.
for Huntland Lady Hornets is number 5, Kinsley Kilpatrick. Number 14, Josie May. Number 24, Asia Williams. Number 21, Logan McLennan. And number 31, Ureli Avelos.
Starting 5 set for the visiting Huntland Lady Hornets. And now to cruise control, it's your Cascade Lady Champions starting 5.
Now starting for your Lady Champions. On number 1, sophomore Lena Carter. Number 2, freshman Kagan Young. Number 5, sophomore Sophie Ray. Number 11, sophomore Isabella Rhodes. And number 14, sophomore Cadence Miller.
Starting 5 set, head coached by Janie DeMumbrium. Of course, your Cascade Lady Champions in the home white, with the orange lettering and trim. And we're set to play basketball here on senior night. Glad you could join us on the Zinger 100.9, streaming on WZNGradio.com, the free mobile app, the Zinger 100.9, and also on the YouTube live feed on Cascade High School's YouTube channel.
As you look across the court, Brandon, you can tell the mismatch in size very early on when number 14, Josie May, steps out there against number 5, Sophie Ray.
It's May versus Ray, and we're tipped off here from the stable. Huntland is in control to begin with, and the hand down low side behind the arc, now passing up high to the high quadrant. Now sitting at top of the key, makes a move down low to Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick starts the dribble, now low corner with Williams. Williams takes the shot there from low. Misses to the hands of Bella Rhodes. Rhodes will recover, take it over for your Cascade Champions, right to left on your radio dial, left to right on the YouTube feed. Cross half court, it's Kagan Young. Checked up, now came back to her, now up to Miller. The pass down low to Lena Carter gets knocked out of the way. That was from Logan McLennan. A high to low pass there. That'll be inbounded from Carter from the low sideline on the left side. Now out to Kagan Young. Back down low to Carter. Back to Young at midcourt. Pass up high to Miller. She checks. Doesn't fire. Goes down to Lena Carter. Carter goes down to the low post. Goes in up for the shot. Falls off the bottom side of the glass, and that's incomplete. 7 minutes remain here in the first. We played a minute. Down low, three-point shot from Huntland. Ricochets out to Sophia Ray. She'll box it out, hand it to Kagan Young. Kagan Young, slow dribble here to get reset. Over the timeline up to Cadence Miller. Now down low to Lena Carter. She'll press in. Low post now with Bella Rhodes. She'll pivot out, finds Carter. Carter in a scramble out to Kagan Young at midcourt. Up high to Miller. Short pass in, top elbow to Bella Rhodes. She'll try from the foul line. Jumper. Misses. Sophie Ray there with a rebound, and it falls out of pocket to Josie May. Huntland Lady Hornets now in possession. Handed up high behind the arc. Now to top of the key with Asia Williams. She'll charge into the top lane. Now hands it up high for the three-point shot up top. Rolls off the top end of the rim and out that bottom corner.
Brandon, it looks like Huntland is very content with trying to open this game up, shooting outside the arc, which is good news for Cascade.
Yeah, starting guns a-blazing here from the Lady Hornets. They hand it out from the low sideline to Logan McLennan. Down low to Josie May. Back to McLennan. Now the hand up high to Kilpatrick. After the sign was called, now out to Asia Williams. She'll back it up to midcourt. Under 6 minutes now here in the first.
Huntland's also very content with playing a very slow basketball game.
Kind of resembles the Eagleville Lady Eagles we saw earlier this season. Top 45 three-point shot is off the mark there from Kinsley Kilpatrick. This will go back to the Lady Champions. Lena Carter out to Kagan Young.
So now Huntland comes out with a little more pressure this time. We
Sophie
beat
Ray.
the press.
Immediately to Miller. Now down low immediately to Bella Rhodes. Low corner. Now up to Kagan Young. She'll press through the top lane. Lays it up there and gets the whistle, the foul. She'll go to the Garrison Valley Farms free throw line.
Foul's going to be on number 14. That's Josie May. That'll be her first, team's first. That's one that you'd like to get in foul trouble early if you're Cascade. Kagan Young is the first player on the floor to connect for the first points of the game.
She'll hit both. Make it 2-0 Lady Champions. 5 minutes and 25 remaining in the first.
That's a good start for Cascade.
Can't beat that. Walking up high, it's Williams, and she'll pass it down low to Kilpatrick, all at midcourt. Now up high to Williams again. She'll back it up a couple of steps. Pass down low to Kinsley. Now in the low short corner with McLennan. She'll find a way for the jumper. Finds 2 points from the low mid post. Tied up at 2. Under 5 minutes now in the first. Kagan Young over the timeline to Cadence Miller. Now down low to Sophie Ray. Ray the low elbow. She'll charge to that bottom lane. Not able to make the magic work. Goes back to Asia Williams. On the top side, looking for options. Williams will hand it to her right to Kilpatrick. Now back up to Williams. All around the perimeter. Now to the top post. Here comes McLennan. Nothing to connect there. Goes back to Bella Rhodes, who hands it to Young.
Good defensive stance there.
Way up to Miller. Tries to nudge it back into Sophie Ray. This will stay Lady Champion possession. Lena Carter from the low baseline. Hand it out quickly to Miller, to Young. 3 ball! Kagan Young! First bank 3. Make it 5-2, Lady Champs.
Great start for the Lady Champions.
4 minutes and 10 remain in the first. Kinsley Kilpatrick. Down low, passed up high to Williams. Back to Kilpatrick. At top of the key now, pressing in. That's the tall one there of Josie May.
She draws a foul as she takes the ball into the paint. This foul is going to be on Cascade's number 1, Elena Carter. That's her first, team's first.
So May will head to the charity stripe for the Lady Hornets.
She connects on that first free throw attempt. Also on that second.
It's 5-4 Lady Champs. Kagan Young hands it to Sophie Ray. Quickly tipped out on the air. Back to Kilpatrick. It's a scramble for it. Cadence Miller takes it back the other way across half court on the top side. Has to wrestle her way in there. Down low to Bella Rhodes. Rhodes can't get the shot up. Goes back the other way again to Logan McLennan. The top of the key to Williams. Down low to Kilpatrick. Around the arc it goes. Bottom to top now to McLennan. Down low again to Kilpatrick. She'll try a 3-point shot. It veers off to the left. Picked up there in the top right corner. They'll hold on to it for a second. Josie May down low to Kilpatrick. Up to the top elbow. Now up high to McLennan.
3-second call. Susanna Cruz now in the game for Isabella Rose. We've been playing some great defense so far in this game, Brandon.
Lena Carter hands it out from the top baseline out to Kagan Young. Bounce pass to Sophia Ray. It's down to the floor. Kagan Young's able to retrieve it. Up to Lena Carter. Top elbow.
And a foul. Lena Carter takes the ball to the paint, draws the foul. That foul is going to be called on number 31, Ureli Avelos. That will be her first foul, team's second.
Good work there. Selena Carter inbounds it from the top trigger. Out to Sophia Ray for the quick jumper. It's in. 7-4, Cascade. Under 3 minutes now in the first. On her way now, it's Asia Williams. Cross half court on the top side. Works her way through the foul line. Wow. That doesn't count, though. That went up on top of the
glass.
glass.
Yeah, they counted that.
Oh, really?
They counted that shot.
Almost a home run there, as we've said before, from Logan McLennan.
Foul's going to be called on number 30, Susanna Cruz. That'll be her first, team second. So they did give that basket to Logan McLennan. She misses on that free throw attempt.
Doesn't get the and one, falls back to the other side of the half to Sophia Ray. And another foul.
This time the foul is going to be called on number 31, Ureli Avelos. That'll be her second foul. She'll be going to the bench for Huntland.
Cadence Miller hands it out from the top sideline out to Lena Carter.
Lena Carter's got to protect the basketball right there. Fortunately, it was knocked out, touched last by the Huntland Lady Hornets. Will be inbounding the ball at the scorers table.
So stays Lady Champion ball. Carter hands it out from the low sideline out to Kagan Young. Young bounce passes down low,
turnover.
Stolen by Logan McLennan. And a layup on the top side from Williams. Counted for two, 8-7 for the Lady Hornets.
Got to handle the pressure here if you're Cascade.
Now crossing the half on the low side with Kagan Young. She's stuck between two.
Ball's knocked out of bounds by the Huntland Lady Hornets. Lena Carter will be inbounding it once again here at the scorers table.
Carter from the low sideline out to Miller. And it's out on the top baseline.
They could not hold on to the ball that time.
Coach JD trying to get the timeout.
Okay, she does get the timeout.
And we'll be back in 30 seconds. 2 minutes and 5 remain in the first. Lady Hornets lead by one, 8-7 over your Lady Champions.
When the Cascade family needs top quality veterinary care for their furry little friends, or even around-the-clock emergency care for livestock, they turn to the vet they trust like family. Family is exactly what you'll find at the Cascade Veterinary Hospital on Fairfield Pike in Wartrace. Proudly serving the Bedford County area since 1998, Dr. West and his team continue to serve our community by providing impeccable care in a kind and compassionate environment. 931-389-0449. CascadeVetHospital.com.
And Cruz from the top sideline, from the top baseline. Now pass it back out to Kagan Young. After this timeout to Sophia Ray, it falls out of bounds on the low side next to the scorers table.
The Lady Hornets have really turned up the pressure now, causing some trouble for the Lady Champions.
Miller hands it out from the low sideline to Kagan Young. And another scramble there on the wrong side of the court.
Got to get that across half court. Fortunately, we're able to pick up the foul. The foul's going to be called on number 24, Asia Williams.
So Cadence Miller from the low sideline right here at Coach JD's side.
Dribble. Okay, she dribbles out of the pressure.
Miller on the low corner, loose ball. Well, if you want to see Coach Evanson animated,
I told you
go.
He'd be animated. The official called that out on Cascade. He was overruled by the backcourt official. Ball will be going to Huntland.
And it's Asia Williams across half court through the middle. Out there at top of the key. A hand up high to McLennan. High to low to Williams. Around the arc on the top side. 1:25 remain in the first quarter. It's 8-7 Lady Hornets. Top of the key with Asia Williams. Now passed up high again. McLennan to May. May is driving herself into the paint. Now back out to Williams. She'll try for the three ball. Ricochets back around to McLennan on the top post. And passed around the arc. Back to May. She'll charge through the low lane this time. And shot is missed. It's picked up though and handed back out to the top. Another drive into the bucket by McLennan. Misses. And it's just a volley for possession
just
here.
Too many opportunities here for the Lady Hornets. Still trying to apply some great defense, though. Unable to rebound.
Goes back to Asia Williams here, top of the key, as we're under a minute here in the first. To May, up to the top post as she tries to fight one in there. The whistle will blow.
That's the second foul on Susanna Cruz. Score is 8-7, 42.6 seconds left in this opening quarter of play.
Lena Carter in for Cruz. And passed around the arc again from top of the key, now down low. Inside the paint, shot up from McLennan. It's good for 2 on the top end. 10-7, Lady Hornets. 30 seconds remain in the first quarter. Lena Carter on the top side behind the arc. Hands it into Sophie Ray, top post.
Sophie Ray's going to get called with a travel there. Turnover, Lady Champions.
Clock stopped at 22 seconds.
Need a good defensive stance here for the Lady Champions. Finish this quarter strong.
Asia Williams, steady dribble here across the timeline as the clock approaches 10 seconds. At top of the key, to break down low to Kilpatrick. Back up high to McLennan, 7 seconds. Around to the top corner with Williams with 3 seconds. 3-point shot, dead center. That'll end the quarter as that shot didn't make it. 10-7 for the Lady Hornets. And as we get to the second quarter coming up here real soon on the Zinger 100.9, your Cascade Lady Champions.
Hi, I'm Blake Bloom from Cascade School. Did you know there's a place where you can get good neighbor service and great auto and home insurance rates? Yep, that is cut off Rob Gardner State Farm. So stop shopping around. Rob Gardner State Farm has got you covered. Give Mr. Rob and my mom a call today, 931-685-2080. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Go Champs!
Clanton Pipe and Supply, your corrugated plastic and metal culvert pipe supplier. Clanton has been selling pipe for over 30 years and carries all types and sizes of corrugated plastic and metal culvert pipe. Special orders are available. If it's made, we can get it. We guarantee quality products and reasonable rates, and you'll always get professional service when you call 931-684-4847 for Clanton Pipe and Supply for any pipe and drainage needs. Delivery is available.
And back here on the Zinger 100.9 for quarter number 2. Lady Champions trail 7-10. Low side, Cadence Miller goes for the 3-point shot. It veers off to the right and back to the Lady Hornets. It's Kinsley Kilpatrick, hands it down low to Williams. Around the arc it goes, low to high to McLennan. Low side with Kilpatrick, now top of the key with McLennan. Kilpatrick to Williams. At top of the key, now she's trying to fight through this top elbow side and pass it back around the arc to the low side with Kilpatrick. Top of the key, 3-point shot to go, and a little too far. Tried to pick it up.
Sophie Ray fighting with Logan McLennan that time. The ball was tied up. Unfortunately, the possession arrow is back to the Huntland Lady Hornets.
Williams from that top post hands it down low to May. Now passed quickly around the arc back up top to Williams. To Logan McLennan. Williams, 3-point shot. It's too far from the top side. Goes back to Sophie Ray. Lady Champions with possession now. Kagan Young, 2 versus 1 here at the half. Has to hand it down low to Miller. Back to Young. Goes right through. Bounce pass up top to Carter. And a missed possession there from Bella Rhodes. So go back to the Lady Hornets.
Oh, that's going to be a charge on number 14, Josie May. Tried to do a little Euro step there. Sophie Ray's able to get her feet set, takes that charge.
Lana Carter from the low baseline.
Josie May will be coming out of this game now with 2 fouls. That's good news for the Lady Champions.
Out to Kagan Young.
Got to be able to get this ball across half court. You have 10 seconds to do so.
Slow moving here. She's got to find some way to get through. Bounce passes to Lana Carter. Up to Miller. Thinks better of it. Back to Young. Young tries for 3.
That one's short, but rebounded by Cadence Miller and back out to Isabella Rhodes.
Rhodes tries for a shot there. Also missed. And Cadence Miller not able to keep it moving. Now on the top side with Williams, not able to get the layup shot on the top side. Kagan Young going back the other way. Stuck there on the top elbow, and another whistle.
We're going to call a foul. One that I'm probably not going to agree with. No, that's going to be called on number 21 for Huntland. That's Logan McLennan. Cascade will be inbounding the ball half court.
Cadence Miller from the top sideline out to Lena Carter. The handoff to Kagan Young through the low lane. Throws one up, goes back the other way for Huntland to Logan McLennan. Low arc, now top of the key. Low side three-point shot from McLennan is off the mark, too far.
Still unable to connect on those three-point attempts. Huntland is just cold outside the arc.
Kagan Young up high to Ray. Working her way around. Short
Sophie
jumper
Ray.
off the backboard. Good for two.
Scores 10-9 Huntland. We need another defensive stance here.
5 minutes and 25 remain in the first half. Lady Champions trail by 1. Low side to Kilpatrick. Top of the key now, pass into the paint there to McLennan. Shot goes up and out. Back to Ray, to Young. As we set up again for another Lady Champion possession.
Opportunity to take the lead here.
Bounce pass to Sophia Ray down low. To Miller, up high to Young. Pass to Sophia Ray.
And fouled by number 5. That's Kinsley Kilpatrick. She fouls Sophie Ray. Sophie Ray will be at the line to shoot 2.
Just what we needed there. Sophia Ray goes to the Garrison Valley Farms free throw line.
With an opportunity to take the lead here for Cascade. Sophie Ray misses on that first free throw attempt. Now with an opportunity to tie the game. And she does so.
All tied up here, 10 apiece. Under 5 minutes remaining in the first half.
This is a very, very good opening play for Cascade Lady Champions tonight.
Asia Williams passes it up high, now back down low to her. To Sanders. Williams out at top of the key. Pass up high to Sanders. Top side three-point shot is missed.
Another missed three-pointer. Rebound Cascade. Lena Carter going coast to coast and
Low
connects.
Side. Finds it for 2. Low side layup makes it 12-10 from Lena Carter for your Lady Champions. Williams crosses half court through the middle. Low side finds Kilpatrick. Low mid post with McLennan. She goes around for the low side layup. That misses, and Sophie Ray there to recover.
Strong rebound this time by Sophie Ray. These girls are getting a little bit of confidence, Brandon, and I like to see that.
Back to Kagan Young, cross half court.
They're going to call another foul.
That's got to be a foul on Williams, right?
Yes, foul's going to be called on number 24, Asia Williams.
Under 4 minutes now in the first half. It's 12-10 Lady Champions. A couple subs there for the Lady Hornets. Coach Edmondson sending out Riley Maxwell and also number 4, Marley Phillips. That could be.
Kagan Young connects on that first free throw attempt.
Also Susanna Cruz
checking back in for Lena Carter. Susanna Cruz has got to stay out of foul trouble with 2 fouls already in this game. Kagan Young connects on another free throw attempt. This scores 14-10. A rare lead for your Lady Champions, but one that I really, really like.
Under 4 minutes. It's a good lead for the Lady Champions at the moment. At the top of the key, three-point shot from Marley.
Another one missed.
Out. McLennan there to recover low mid-post. She's got 3-on-1, hands it back even lower. Now up top, top 45, three-point shot is available.
They finally connect on a three-point. That's number 23, Morgan Sanders.
That comes from Sanders, yep. And now it's 14-13. Cascade leads by 1. 3 minutes and 22 remain in the first half. Low side, it's Miller. Out to Bella Rhodes, top of the key. The hand up high to Cruz. Pass over her head to Sophia Ray. Ray almost finds it, gets the rebound.
She gets her own rebound, puts the ball back.
Man.
She misses the putback, but she'll be going to the line to shoot 2.
Brian, you can feel the fight there from both Cruz and Sophia Ray.
That foul was on number 12, Riley Maxwell. Sophie Ray at the line to shoot 2. She connects on that first free throw attempt.
Haley Gill and Lena Carter back in the ball game.
Giving Isabella Rhodes and Cadence Miller a breather. 3 minutes, 11 seconds left in this opening period of play. Sophie Ray misses on that second attempt. Rebound, Haley Gill.
Gill out to Lena Carter, out at midcourt now with Kagan Young. 3 minutes remain in the first half. It's 15-13, Lady Champions. Young hands it up high to Lena Carter, top side behind the arc. Finds Sophia Ray there at top elbow.
She draws another foul. This time the foul is going to be called on number 23, Morgan Sanders, sending Sophie Ray to the line to shoot 2 this time, Brandon, as they are in the double bonus. We've got to connect on these free throws. And we do. Sophie Ray.
Ray hits shot number 1.
She has 7 points in this game. She misses on the second attempt. Haley Gill going after the ball. It's last touch by the Huntland Lady Hornets. We'll be inbounding the ball underneath our own basket.
That's good stuff. Coach Edmondson getting frustrated down there. Sends another one in. It's Kyna Mason about to check in for the Lady Hornets. Top side with Susanna Cruz. Top elbow to Kagan Young. Bounce pass out to Lena Carter on the top end. Back to Cruz. Cruz up to Young at midcourt. Approaching 2 minutes and 30 remaining in the first half. Young down low to Carter. Low arc, now to Haley Gill, top of the key. The handoff to Kagan Young. Young backs out to midcourt. Up high to Sophia Ray.
This ball's knocked out of bounds one more time by the Lady Hornets.
Miller checks in for Cruz. And that sub there for Huntland now finally made Kyna Mason in. And Carter hands it out from the top baseline.
Sophie Ray connects for 2.
Bump that lead up, 18-13, Lady Champions, as we approach 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Top side behind the arc for Huntland. Down low to Hill. Around to Sanders. Back down low to Hill. Sanders top of the key now up to Phillips. As they just...
You really want to get a hand in the face over there.
And that three-point shot dead on does not work from Hill. They get the rebound up high from McLennan. McLennan
she misses.
Hands one up, also out. Kagan Young taking it back here for the Lady Champions. Across midcourt. Up to Cadence Miller. That's that high signature three-point shot.
And the Lady Hornet is over the back of the boxing out Haley Gill. Great job by Haley Gill this time. She'll be going to the line with an opportunity to shoot 2. That foul's called on number 21, Logan McLennan.
Garrison Valley free throw line for junior Haley Gill.
She misses on that first free throw attempt.
Coach Edmondson sends back in Kinsley Kilpatrick for Logan McLennan. Second shot on the way for Gill.
She misses on that one as well.
Back the other way now with Kilpatrick for the Lady Hornets. Top of the key. Sailing it, the pass up high to Phillips. Now back with Kilpatrick. Up to Phillips, and now out there with Sanders. Sanders top 45 angle. Hands it back top of the key to Kilpatrick. Back up to Phillips. Down low. Low corner now with a minute remaining in the first half. Up high to Sanders. And it's just a wrap around the arc game. They finally take one here, shot from Phillips.
And they miss it, but they do get the rebound. And now they're going to call a jump ball. Jump ball, possession error, Cascade. That's good news for Cascade.
And Cadence Miller able to hand it out to teammate Kagan Young with 50 seconds on the board here in the first half. 18-13 for your Cascade Lady Champion lead. Nice and steady here from midcourt is Kagan Young. Starts her spin, now hands up high, bounce pass to Sophia Ray. It works. Gets it back to Kagan Young. That would have been great if it worked.
It missed on that layup. Unfortunately, the play was set up. It was beautiful. Just unable to connect.
Kilpatrick across midcourt here at top of the key with 20 seconds to spare before they head to the locker room. Up high to Hill.
Just like to hold him here.
Hill hands it up to Phillips, to Sanders, to Hill. Top corner, she's pivoting. Can't find a momentum. 5 seconds remain. Now she goes for the three-point jumper.
She misses it.
Airballs it out.
And the ball's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Huntland. Cascade will be inbounding the ball with only 1.9 seconds.
Brian, I love what I'm seeing from our Cascade Lady Champions tonight.
Anytime you have a lead, Brandon, it feels good.
Great effort. Rolling the ball here is Miller out to Kagan Young to end.
She's fouled. She's fouled. They're not going to allow her to go to the line, but she was definitely fouled at half court trying to get that last second shot off.
And they're going to –
either way, the score is 18-13. Your Lady Champions are leading the Lady Hornets of Huntland.
Got through the first quarter, the second quarter, and folks were in the lead. 18-13 for your Cascade Lady Champions. Second half is going to be fun as well. We welcome you to come back to the halftime report built by Crow Construction and Excavating LLC. The Cascade Lady Champions again leading 18-13 over the visiting Huntland Lady Hornets on senior night tonight. We'll be back in 2 minutes for halftime look.
This is the season when not just our head, but our heart's in the game. A time when our town starts to feel more like our team. At First Bank, we're community superfans. We don't wear uniforms, but we all wear our heart for community on our sleeve. That means we're not just in the bleachers Friday nights. We're in your corner 24/7, cheering your goals even louder. Don't just get a bank, get a team. First Bank. Bank local, get more. Member FDIC.
There's peace of mind when you discover quality local beef for your family that's backed by tradition at Garrison Valley Farms. Taste the difference of locally processed beef, free of antibiotics, steroids, and hormones. They always have quarters of beef available and halves and wholes available by request. 931-389-1005. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, and Saturdays from 9 to 12. Fill your freezer with quality local beef backed by Bedford County tradition at Garrison Valley Farms. Proud supporter of Cascade Champion Basketball on the Zinger.
Cataldo Auto Repair Service Center in Wartrace is thankful for your loyalty with us over the years. When you need vehicle repair, you need it fast and right the first time. You've proven that cars at 219 Blackman Boulevard East in Wartrace is the place to go. Thanks for trusting their services on all your vehicles time after time. Cars, an excellent alternative to any expensive dealership because their knowledge base and equipment stacks up the same, if not better, than the dealer. Thank you for relying on Cars, proud sponsor of your Cascade Champions on the Zinger.
Any candy or anything?
DNR Contractors is your local home improvement expert. Locally owned and operated with over 30 years experience in the remodel industry. From roofing to remodels or home additions, DNR Contractors is here to help with your next home improvement project.
Here's Coach Lawson.
Get your home holiday ready by calling my daddy today at 931-684-1685 or visit our website at dnrcontractors.com. Go Champs!
This is Cadence Miller, sophomore guard, and you're listening to your radio home of the Cascade Lady Champion Basketball, the Zinger 100.9.
And welcome back here to the stable. Your Cascade Lady Champions leading here at the half. Again, leading here at the half, 18-13 over your Lady Hornets, over the Lady Hornets of Huntland. And welcome here to the halftime report built by Crow Construction and Excavating LLC. And it's Brandon Crossan alongside Mr. Brian Cruz. And we've got our special guest up here, as always, Head Coach Chris Lawson, who just got to award Lucas Clanton with the basketball there. I believe that was for the 1,000 points. Is that correct?
That's correct. Scored his 1,000th point here versus Lincoln County back on December 16th. And took a little while to get that ball all situated and everything. So tonight ended up being the night where we could present it to him. Very proud of him. I'll tell you what else I'm proud of. Our girls are leading at halftime, 18-13, and I think they've done a great job defensively.
Defensively, yes.
They have executed what they wanted to execute, and seems like they're doing a good job as far as that, game plan.
Very proud of them tonight, Coach Lawson, on what they've been able to accomplish. Anytime you have the lead, it feels good, but to beat a very talented team like Huntland in the first half, that feels good going into the locker room. And this is what this team needs. We know that is confidence, and you can build upon this and go into the second half and keep that confidence rolling.
Absolutely. I was sitting there behind the bench on the first row of bleachers before, got to halftime right there. you could tell there was like a renewed sense of energy and enthusiasm down there. There was a little bit of excitement about where they're at. And so hopefully they'll go in there and talk about a few things and come back out this third quarter and have a good start to the third quarter.
One thing that we've got to focus on, Coach Lawson, is right now we only have 2 Lady Champions that have put points on the board. You know, that's not indicative of this half because we've got great defense from players across the board, boxing out, getting rebounds. Those things are very, very important. Hopefully in the second half we'll be able to get some other contributions to the scoring outside of Kagan Young and Sophie Ray. But,
absolutely.
You know, that's so important for this team. But to hold a team to 13 points in the first half, that's huge.
It is. That's really big. I felt like our girls got some good looks. You know, they just didn't knock down a few shots outside, but they were getting pretty good looks. And I think if they continue to get those looks, they'll knock down some shots here the second half.
Absolutely. So what are we looking forward for the boys contest tonight against Huntland? I know when we were there, that was a tough matchup. Are we expecting the same tonight?
We are. They have won several games this year. They've lost one district game in their district, and they've got a good team. We're expecting them to come in here and give us all we can handle, and we've got to be ready to play. You know, last time they had 2 guys that really pumped in some points. Phillips, number 3, is a phenomenal player. I think he had 27. And Golden, is a left-handed kid inside. He's got some size. I think he put in like 24 or something like that. And those 2 are tough, and they've got a really good point guard also that is athletic and helps them tremendously on defense. They've got a good team.
It's my understanding Golden may be out for tonight's contest.
I think he is.
That's good news for the Cascade champion.
Yeah, he shocked me when we were there. I mean, I did not know he had that in him, but he was able to lock it up one of those players that can just lock it up every time.
He does a good job, and I hate that he's out, but he does a really good job. He gets his body between you and where he releases that basketball in a shot, and you can't block his shot, and he's got a real quick release. And he's super efficient. You know,
yes.
If he gets a look and can get it off, he's going to make a pretty high percentage, and that's what happened down there. So I don't know if y'all remember, we had a really good start down there. We jumped on them 10-0,
right?
And we had the ball baseline out of bounds and threw it in, and Jaden Gulick hit a 3, and the scoreboard went out, and they blew the whistle and blew it dead right as he was shooting the ball. And so we would have gone up 13-0. I think they blow it dead or whatever, and we're out for about 5, 6, 7 minutes, maybe 10. I don't know while they're working on that scoreboard. Not blaming anything on that, but you know, it kind of changed the momentum, kind of changed the flow a little bit. So we're hoping tonight, if we can have a good start, you know, maybe kind of continue it, that kind of thing. But really got to have a good start. We got to be ready to play from the jump.
And we talked. I'm sorry, Brandon. We talked about in the pregame too how fortunate we were just to be able to play basketball tonight. As teams across the mid-state were canceling games because of the weather and canceling school tomorrow, even here in Bedford County. But just so glad that we were able to get this game in for these seniors and celebrate the success that they've had on the season.
I talked to Mike Edmondson earlier today, and we were trying to talk about the weather and everything. And he said, I know it's your senior night. We need to get this game in because it was going to be tough for us to reschedule it with a full week next week. So happy we're able to get it in. Happy for our girls, right where they're sitting right now. So we're in pretty good shape. I'm excited to watch this second half of basketball.
Thank you very much, Coach Lawson, and we'll wish you the best here from your side of the ball here coming up very shortly.
Thank you.
And folks, we let you know again, the Cascade Lady Champions leading 18-13 over the visiting Lady Hornets of Huntland. We'll be back in 2 minutes right here on the Zinger 100.9 for half number 2.
When the Cascade family needs top quality veterinary care for their furry little friends, or even around the clock emergency care for livestock, they turn to the vet they trust like family. Family is exactly what you'll find at the Cascade Veterinary Hospital on Fairfield Pike in Wartrace. Proudly serving the Bedford County area since 1998, Dr. West and his team continue to serve our community by providing impeccable care in a kind and compassionate environment. 931-389-0449. CascadeVetHospital.com.
Hi, I'm Blake Bloom from Cascade School. Did you know there's a place where you can get good neighbor service and great auto and home insurance rates? Yep, that is Rob Gardner State Farm. To stop shopping around, Rob Gardner State Farm has got you covered. Give Mr. Rob and my mom a call today, 931-685-2080. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Go Champs!
Clanton Pipe and Supply, your corrugated plastic and metal culvert pipe supplier. Clanton has been selling pipe for over 30 years and carries all types and sizes of corrugated plastic and metal culvert pipe. Special orders are available. If it's made, we can get it. We guarantee quality products and reasonable rates, and you'll always get professional service when you call 931-684-4847 for Clanton Pipe and Supply for any pipe and drainage needs. Delivery is available.
On game night, winning is everything. But at First Bank, we know life's big wins happen off the field. Like when you win that amazing heart, when you win your first classroom's respect, or when you win your employees' loyalty and find the home that wins their smiles. Life's big wins take a bank big on you. Join a team that helps you win not only on game day, but on days you never forget. First Bank, the official bank of TSSAA. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And back here for quarter number 3 here on the Zinger 100.9. Your Lady Champions lead 18-13 over the visiting Lady Hornets of Huntland on senior night. Lady Hornets right to left on the radio dial this second half, as they're at top of the key with Asia Williams, who goes to the low side lane out low with a three-point shot from Logan McClennan. That's off the mark. She picks up her own rebound and gets it up to the top short post.
She's going to be called with a travel there. Basketball will be going back to Cascade. Need to go the length of the floor. Huntland look for them once again to apply the pressure. They've just got to be very cautious because they are in foul trouble.
Kagan Young hands it way up high to Lena Carter, to Ray, down low to an open Bella Rhodes.
And another foul is going to be called on number 14, Josie May. That's the player you need on the bench, and she may have to go there very soon. She has 3 personal fouls.
Lena Carter from the low baseline hands this one out to Kagan Young. Top of the key. She'll go straight for the hoop.
And she
Got
connects.
First make 3. Give it to Kagan Young. 21-13. Your Cascade Lady Champions strolling in the lead. Asia Williams, top of the key, hands it up high to Kinsley Kilpatrick. Steal. Kagan Young with it. She goes half court, top side. Bounce pass up to to Miller.
And she connects for 3.
First make 3, Miller, and this Lady Champion squad is on a roll, 24-13.
This is a good feeling, Brandon.
Asia Williams, I second that completely, Brian. Up to Kilpatrick. Back to Williams. Low post, going in for the shot. That's a missed shot there from Urelia Avalos.
She
gets the rebound.
And she misses again. Rebound, Kagan Young. She's going to try to get this ball cleared out.
It's 3-on-1 basically here for Young as she hands it up to Bella Rhodes. Also in trouble. Back to Young. Sling it up high in desperation. Gets it to Lana Carter. Now to Sophie Ray. Ray inside the paint, up high to Bella Rhodes. She's all open for the 3.
She misses that.
That would have been big.
That would have been very big.
You would have had this crowd on their feet. Low side now with McClennan. Low corner with Williams. Low 45 angle now. She passes into the paint to May. And a whistle.
They're going to call a jump ball there. Jump ball. Josie May not able to get that ball out of her hands. Now the full court pressure is being applied again.
And Cadence Miller from the low baseline. Looking for room. Finds the bounce pass to Kagan Young. In a heap of trouble there, though. And Miller has to fight for it there on the floor.
That's going to be a jump ball possession. Arrow, unfortunately, this time is going back to Huntland.
Asia Williams from the low baseline here for the Lady Hornets. Finds it immediately for McClennan. She's unable to get that low corner 3-point shot, and rebounded by Williams down low. She wraps it all the way around back to midcourt. And now pressing in for another try. Pass down low to Kilpatrick. Now into the paint, jumper there from Avalos. That misses, she'll head to the line.
Foul's going to be called on Cascade's number 14, Cadence Miller.
It's Ureli Avalos.
She misses on that first free throw attempt.
Second shot on the way. Misses
on that one as well. So just not a lot of things going right for Huntland tonight.
Pass way up high to Miller. Now low to Lana Carter. Loose ball there picked up by Bella Rhodes. Out at midcourt with Kagan Young. Under 5 minutes remaining in the third, folks. It's 24-13. Lady Champions lead. Top elbow, Sophia Ray. Jumper misses. And the
rebound by the Lady Champions.
Yeah, to Miller, to Young, down low to Carter. Gets rejected there from Josie May right out of the hands. And she'll cross half court on the top side. And the pass there to the foul line. The jumper from Williams that rattles out. Rebound by McLennan. She'll go down low, tries for a three-point shot right from where she stands. That also misses. And now to Lana Carter. Carter out to Kagan Young.
You definitely want to slow this tempo down now if you're Cascade with a 24-13 lead. Don't want to cause any untimely turnovers.
Miller to Kagan Young. Flying through the top lane is Young, as she may have picked up. Nope.
No, she was unable to connect on that. Did not draw the foul that time.
The Huntland Hornets are trailing 13-24 here on senior night for your Cascade Lady Champions in the third. Down low to Logan McLennan. Passed out to Kilpatrick. Top of the key, Williams. Pass back down low to the low corner again. Now she'll press in, low post. Up for the jumper, that misses.
Another miss. Ball's coming back to the Cascade Lady Champions. Just great defense, and Huntland unable to buy a basket tonight.
Yeah, very uncharacteristic here for Huntland, as we've heard. Kagan Young, cross half court on the top side, going straight for the hoop, taken out of the hands by Avalos.
They're such a big, strong team. It's hard to, getting back on defense this time was.
Almost seemed like Bella Rhodes did a cartwheel there. It goes back to Lana Carter. She'll try for the underside shot and misses, and the whistle blows.
The shot was blocked by Ureli Avalos. Cascade will be inbounding the ball underneath their own basket.
Carter, low baseline, dishes out to Kagan Young. Top of the key, three-point shot.
That one was off the mark.
Too far to the left, goes back to Huntland.
Oh, she goes behind the back, but they miss another layup.
Wrap-around pass trying to be fancy.
That was fancy, but it did not have a big payoff.
And off the foot there for Lana Carter. She's down to the floor, has to wrestle her way out.
Lana Carter playing tough. I mean, she's just playing some great defense tonight. She'll be Susanna Cruz entering the game for Isabella Rhodes.
I think about the volleyball experience for Carter and all the dives and spikes and everything that goes into that sport.
She's a really good athlete. She doesn't play a lot of basketball, hasn't had a lot of court time, but she's getting better and better week after week.
Cruz with it up high, hands it to Miller. Miller tries for that high side three. That misses. And back to Huntland with Kinsley Kilpatrick. Under 3 minutes remaining in the third. Jumper there from the foul line. Off the edge of the rim, goes back to Cadence Miller. 24-13, Lady Champions in the lead. Down low to Miller.
And don't start getting yourself in trouble by, wow.
Bad shot there.
That should have been a foul on the floor as it was committed early, but they are going to give her credit with that basket.
Misplaced pass there to Lana Carter, gets it the other way and a shot, and now it's Logan McLennan for the three-point play for the Lady Hornets.
And she does connect on that. So really, Brandon, you just got to keep yourself in this game now.
Cruz from the low baseline out to Kagan Young, now down low to Miller, back to Young. Bounce pass back down low to Miller. Up to Lana Carter, bounce pass into Cruz at the top post, picked up by Kagan Young. And another whistle.
Oh, wow, they're going to call the foul on number 2, Kagan Young. Just
it's unfortunate.
Unfortunate foul that time.
Josie May inbounds from the top sideline, right-hand side, out to Asia Williams. Short jumper there, graces the net and goes out of bounds on the low post, the low corner there.
That was a pass where it should have been a shot if you're Josie May. I mean, you've got size that should not keep it. Kagan Young intercepts this pass.
Taking it on her own. Put it in there.
Kagan Young for 2. We're leading 26-16.
26-16 lead. I had to say it twice. I had to hear it twice. Under 2 minutes remaining in the third. Down low to Asia Williams. Low corner three-point shot coming from McLennan. That's too far. Cadence Miller gets some diversion there and hands it back to Kagan Young. Under 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. I think I already said that. Up to Cadence Miller.
Another foul called. This time the foul is going to be called on Huntland's number 24, Asia Williams. That's her third.
Carter looks for options behind the bucket, finds Sophia Ray.
Oh, she's going to be fouled. Drawing the foul. We'll be shooting 2. This time the foul's on, I believe, number 31. Yes, foul's on 31, Ureli Avelis. That's her third personal foul. So a lot of players in foul trouble for Huntland. Sophie Ray connects on that first free throw attempt.
One of the more favored players you want to go to the line if they got to go.
She misses on that second. But
rebound. Taken out. It's Josie May with it for Huntland. 1:25 remain in the third. The pass up high to Kilpatrick. Low elbow here with Williams. Now low post. Out to Williams again, now top of the key with May. She finds the screen, goes to the top lane, up for the layup. 27-18, Lady Champions with the lead. Kagan Young up to Miller. Short pass back to Young, now down low to Susanna Cruz. Starts her dribble down low. Pass down low to Lena Carter, low corner.
Lena Carter's got to get out of that corner.
Ripping it
out.
There's nothing she can do there.
Good timeout there by Coach JD. Timely timeout for Coach Janie DeMumbrim as Lena was trapped in that corner. She did the right thing. She had already bounced that ball off of the defender's foot going out of bounds, but not before JD got that timeout.
I think we need to keep it here.
Yeah, with 52.8 seconds left, there's a lot to talk about when you're winning, Brandon.
Yes.
And it's a good feeling.
It's a great feeling. Lady Champions leading 27-18 right now here on the Zinger 100.9 on senior night, facing the Huntland Lady Hornets. Visiting former Cascade coach Mike Edmondson, been having a lot of trouble here tonight.
Cascade will be inbounding the ball down here in the corner.
Carter, the short pass out to Sophia Ray. Now to Cruz inside the paint. Hands it out. Young to Miller up top. Rainbow pass down low to Carter to Sophia Ray, and
Sophie Ray draws another foul. This time the foul is on number 31, Ureli Avelis. That's 4 personal fouls for her. Sophie Ray is at the line to shoot 2. She connects.
Yes, at the Garrison Valley Farms free throw line, the calm, cool, collected sophomore Sophia Ray. Hits both. Bella Rhodes in the ball game for Cadence Miller to give a rest. 42 seconds remaining in the third. It is 29-18, Lady Champions.
Really need to just play strong defense.
Low corner behind the arc with McLennan. Now to May inside the paint, down low with Avalos.
Oh, wow. They're going to call the foul this time on Cascade's number 5, Sophie Ray. That's all right because that's her first personal foul, sending Ureli Avelis to the line to shoot 2.
And meanwhile, Avalos dealing with 4 personal fouls.
She missed the first free throw attempt.
Miller ready to check back in.
She connects on that second free throw attempt. Miller in for Lena Carter, giving her a breather before this fourth period of play will begin.
I agree, 4th period of fury. Cruz out to Kagan Young. Back to Cruz. Cruz.
Good.
Back to Young again to get over the timeline. Up to Miller. Short pass into Sophia Ray. That's under coverage. Ray deals with it for 2. Top post. Lay it in there. 31-19. Under 10 seconds in the third. Low side, three-point shot from McLennan is off the mark. Clock stopped at 2.7 seconds.
You just really need to get this ball in bounds here for Cascade. Go down the floor.
Cruz to Young. That'll end the third quarter of play as that ends in another plausible foul at the end of a quarter again.
The officials are just not willing to give that foul to Kagan as time runs off the clock. That's twice that she's tried to draw that.
We'll be back in 1 minute right here on the Zinger 100.9. Cascade Lady Champions lead 31-19.
Getting the job done right on a major construction project takes experienced professionals, the kind you will find when you call Curl Construction and Excavating LLC. Like your Cascade basketball squads, Curl hits the ground running while working to get the job done and beating the clock to meet your project deadline. Serving Middle Tennessee's construction and excavation needs for 25 years and still building. Make your project a slam dunk with Curl Construction and Excavating LLC. Call 931-389-6996. CurlConstruction.com. Dig deep and plow, Champion Nation.
Cataldo Auto Repair Service Center in Wartrace is thankful for your loyalty with us over the years. When you need vehicle repair, you need it fast and right the first time. You've proven that cars at 219 Blackman Boulevard East in Wartrace is the place to go. Thanks for trusting their services on all your vehicles time after time. Cars, an excellent alternative to any expensive dealership because their knowledge base and equipment stacks up the same, if not better, than the dealer. Thank you for relying on Cars, proud sponsor of your Cascade Champions on the Zinger.
Final quarter of play underway for your Cascade Lady Champions, leading 31-19. McLennan on the top corner, can't get the three-point shot working, goes back to Sophia Ray, hands it to Kagan Young. And welcome back here on the Zinger 100.9, your radio home for Cascade Lady Champion and Champion Basketball. A double dribble there call for Kagan Young. We'll send this back to the Lady Hornets at
Brandon,
half court.
You really feel good where you're at right now if you're the Lady Champions. We just have to minimize mistakes that we make, limit the possession opportunities for the Lady Hornets, and come out with a victory tonight.
Williams to May, now down low to Sanders. Top of the key with Williams. Sanders again, three-point shot coming by the way of Sanders, and it's too far. Rebounded by Williams on the top side lane. Shot goes up, bounces back out. Lena Carter has open room here with Kagan Young to defend. That's good for two. Great teamwork there between Lena Carter and Kagan Young. Young setting up the defense. 33-19, Lady Champs. In this final quarter of play, we approach 7 minutes remaining. Brian, I don't care what you think of tonight. It's a good game.
Well, it's a good feeling too, Brandon, that we have connected on 33 points with 7 minutes left in the game. When your season average is 33 to 35 points, you got to feel good about what you've seen tonight.
That says it all right there.
I'm going to call a foul on Cascade's number 11, Isabella Rhodes.
Low baseline out to the low mid post with McLennan. She fights around for the layup.
Another foul on number 11, Bella Rhodes. So that's 2 quick fouls on her, but not such a bad thing. Huntland's been pretty cold from the line tonight, sending number 21, Noah McLennan. Sorry. That's Logan McLennan.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah.
Must be a brother, Noah McLennan, on the other team. I had the boys' roster pulled up, Brandon.
Oh. Yeah, there's a couple of sharing last names here from girls team to boys team. Hits her second shot. And 6 minutes and 50 remain in the ball game. It's 33-21, Lady Champs. Kagan Young sends it way out here to Lena Carter across half court on the top side.
She's going to be fouled by number 14, Josie May. That's 4 personal fouls. And a timeout by Coach Mike Edmondson.
Coach Edmondson, he says, I need that timeout. We'll take it as well. Be back in 30 seconds here on the Zinger 100.9. Lady Champs lead 33-21 in the fourth.
Are you planning that next big project and thinking how nice it would be if I had a dumpster right there on site? Then call DNR Dumpsters in Shelbyville. DNR Dumpsters provides quality and convenient dumpster rental service for commercial and residential applications. Roll-off dumpsters with prompt delivery, even next-day delivery and haulaway available. Call DNR Dumpsters at 931-684-1685. For more information, visit dnrdumpsters.com.
Back out on the court now with Cadence Miller, and pass back to Lana Carter. Goes back the other way, unfortunately, with number 23, Morgan Sanders. Shot goes up and misses. Rebounded there from May, and that one is in for 2 after the rebound.
Josie May has 4 fouls. If I'm Cascade, I'm taking the ball right to her, getting her on the bench. She's the player for Huntland that you have to watch, her and McClendon.
That's a good strategy there. Cascade leads by 10, 33-23. With Miller now finding pressure here from midcourt, works her way up high to Kagan Young. Top post, goes up for the layup, and out of the bucket it goes. 6 minutes remain in the ball game. Back with Williams across half court. Sends it low to Hill. She'll try for 3 down low, and good.
Timeout, Coach JD. She knows after that big 3-point play, now the score is 33-26. There's probably going to be some heavy pressure applied from the Lady Hornets.
We'll keep it right here, Brian. If you're Coach JD at this moment,
you know, you just got to make sure that you have your press break ready to go, because I'm confident that Coach Mike Evanson is going to be applying the pressure. He's got to be very, very careful. So, you know, you hope to inbound the ball, take it to number 14 from the Lady Hornets, get her out of this game. She's your big rebounding threat for the Lady Hornets. Also, you know, you got number 21, Logan McClendon. She's had 14 points tonight for the Lady Hornets. So not as much scoring from Josie May. Only 6 points in tonight's game.
Back here from the timeout.
This is a very, very important possession for the Lady Champions.
It's Rhodes, Young, Carter, Miller, and Ray.
Got to have somebody be able to handle that basketball and handle this pressure. And they're going to call a quick foul. The foul is going to be called on Huntland's number 5. That's Kinsley Kilpatrick.
Right. That's from the top baseline, right there from the inbound. So we'll do it again. Carter now looking for options.
Got to get that ball in.
Oh,
okay, she knocks it off the defender's foot as we're running out of time there. You got 5 seconds to get that ball in if you're Lana Carter. Good play there.
That was smart. Carter now working it again, and Williams punches it out of the way quite literally.
We've got to get some Bella Rhodes and Sophie Ray may have to step up and try to meet the pass from Lana Carter.
Now it's low baseline for Lana. Finds Sophie Ray. Back to Carter.
Lana Carter's trapped, and she steps out of bounds. So that press break is not going to work.
Felt like they just moved her there out of the realm of play. Now we're back for the Lady Hornets. Low side layup coming from Josie May.
All right, for Cascade, you really got to settle down. You got to get the ball in, beat the press. There's Lana Carter. We've beat the press. That's good news for Cascade. Now the ball's out to Cadence Miller.
Miller low side.
Don't need a turnover.
Oh!
They're going to call a backcourt violation for the Lady Champions. You've got to settle down now with a 5-point lead. Brandon, we've played way too well to let this slip out of our grasp.
Can't let it move now. Asia Williams at top of the key. Pass down low to Kilpatrick. Inside the lane for the shot. It misses. McClendon there for the rebound. Knocks it in and also picks up the foul.
That foul's going to be called on number 5, Sophie Ray. She has 2 fouls now. Bella Rhodes coming out of this game. Susanna Cruz entering the game. The score is 33-30 with McClendon, who has 16 points in this game, at the line. And she connects. That's a very, very timely timeout. 5 minutes and 17 seconds. These girls have just got to settle down, settle down. 33-31. We still lead this game. We don't want to dig ourselves in any holes.
Lead 33-31. Be back in 30 seconds on the Zinger 100.9, quarter number 4.
When the Cascade family needs top quality veterinary care for their furry little friends, or even around the clock emergency care for livestock, they turn to the vet they trust like family. Family is exactly what you'll find at the Cascade Veterinary Hospital on Fairfield Pike in Wartrace. Proudly serving the Bedford County area since 1998, Dr. West and his team continue to serve our community by providing impeccable care in a kind and compassionate environment. 931-389-0449. CascadeVetHospital.com.
And back here from the stable on senior night, it's your Cascade Lady Champions taking on the Lady Hornets of Huntland for the second time this season, up by 2, 33-31. 5 minutes and 17 remaining in the ball game if you're just joining us here on the Zinger 100.9. Low side for Lena Carter. She'll hand it out from behind the bucket. Looks for options, finds Sophia Ray. Ray yanks it up high to Susanna Cruz. Cruz crosses the timeline up to Miller.
Miller's got to maintain possession of that basketball. Kagan Young.
Kagan Young just down to the floor between those two players. Had Kinsley Kilpatrick and the other one there.
We're going to say that was a turnover from Kagan Young. We've got to have defense here, Brandon. 33-31. We still lead.
Williams down low to Sanders. Back to Williams, top of the key. Passed up high to Kilpatrick. Top corner with McLennan. She'll try for the three ball. Comes back out to Cadence Miller.
Cadence Miller has stepped out of bounds after the pass was made to Kagan Young. We are just melting, Brandon.
Young tried to save it there.
This is just a sign of a young team that's not got a lot of experience with
in this situation.
In situations like this, but it's not too late to fix it. We can make some adjustments right here. I know that these girls have practiced this. They're just getting a little frustrated.
From the low sideline out to
Don't
Williams.
Give her that shot.
3-point shot coming easily there from McLennan. That misses. Thankfully, goes back to Lena Carter. Now to Kagan Young. Under about 4 minutes and 30 remaining in the ball game. 33-31. Pass into coverage. Goes back the other way. Kagan Young able to steal it. On the top side, passes to Cruz. Cruz to Carter on the low side.
You got to get your head up, Lena. Get your head up. There's girls that are open. All right, she gets the ball. Smart play there by Lena Carter. She knocks the ball off the foot of number 5. We'll be inbounding the ball here at our own bench.
Carter's got that technique down pat. She's done that a couple of times.
But we got to avoid the trouble on the front end, Brandon.
Sideline pass out to Ray. Back to Carter. Up to Kagan Young. That was close. She gets the bucket.
Great move to the basket that time by Kagan Young.
35-31. 4 minutes remain. Lady Champions still in the fight. Passed up high to Kilpatrick. Down low now to Sanders. Top of the key, Williams. Kilpatrick around to the top side in the post. McLennan works her way in. Does not fall in the bucket. They get the rebound. No, they don't. Yes, they do. Williams down low to McLennan. She tries to dive in again. And can't get that shot to work either.
This time the foul is going to be called on number 13, Haley Gill. Sending number 21, the dangerous number 21, Logan McLennan to the line. She misses.
That's to the hands of Susanna Cruz. Boxes it out, gets it to Kagan Young. To Carter, she has to push her way across half court. Good aggression there.
Another blocking foul, this time called on Huntland's, I believe, number 23. Yes, that foul's on number 23, Morgan Sanders. Sending Lena Carter to the line to shoot 1-and-1.
Lena Carter at the Garrison Valley Farms free throw line. 3 minutes and 32 remaining in the ball game.
She
unable to get that first shot in.
So she was actually shooting 2. She misses on that first free throw attempt. Okay, so I believe I was right. The officials were wrong.
Yeah, both coaches and a referee making their way to the scores table.
Yes, it should have been a 1-and-1. And the possession arrow is going to go to Cascade. So inbounding the ball underneath her own basket.
Carter to Cruz. Cruz lays one up, gets the rebound, gets the shot. Cruz for two.
Just not giving up that time.
The tenacity out of these lady champions makes it 37-31. 3 minutes remaining in the ball game. Now down low with Morgan Sanders. Pass around the arc up high. 3-point shot from May is in.
Big 3-point basket by Josie May.
Keeping it close. Kagan Young to Cruz. Over to Carter across the timeline on the top side. Low elbow. Now out behind the arc, pressing in. Lays one up.
Haley Gill going for the rebound. Ties the ball up underneath the basket. Possession arrow coming back to Huntland. Unfortunately, great hustle play by Haley Gill.
She was smiling after that one.
Yeah, she was, because she knows she worked her tail off. She did all she could do there. Scores 37-34, 2 minutes and 49 seconds left.
It's Asia Williams across the half court, pass down low to Sanders.
That ball is tied up again. Jump ball possession there, Cascade. What a play by Sophie Ray.
Selena Carter will inbound it from that low corner on the left-hand side. It's going to find
She's going to be
Sophie
fouled
Ray.
by number 23. That's a foul on number 23. There's sending Sophie Ray to the line to shoot 1-and-1. Free throws, Brandon, free throws are so important in this game from this point forward. Both teams have committed 8 team fouls. Sophie Ray connects on that first free throw attempt. Scores 38-34. And she connects on that second one as well.
Great job there from Sophie Ray, bumping it up to 39-34. 2 minutes and 35 remain here in the ball game.
Sophie Ray has 16 points in this game, Brandon.
Big numbers there from Ray as well. Up to Williams, top of the key with Kilpatrick. They pass around the arc, back and forth. Now up to the top corner with Josie May. She's been on fire as of recent. Kilpatrick, top of the key.
They're wasting a whole lot of time, Brandon.
They are.
And we commit another. They commit a turnover. We're going coast to coast.
Lena Carter gets the ball there from Sophie Ray.
She gets a little too ahead of herself. She commits. She carries the ball. So that's a turnover for Cascade. Huntland doesn't have anybody to bring the ball into.
Asia Williams needing someone there to inbound too. Approaching 2 minutes remaining. Down low to McLennan. She tries for the three ball, low 45.
Connects. Big basket for Logan McLennan. Another timeout called. Your score is 39-37, 2 minutes and 3 seconds left in this game.
And we'll keep it right here on the Zinger 100.9. It's senior night here from the stable. Lady Champs lead 39-37, but the Lady Hornets are hungry here at the end.
Brandon, we've just done too many things right tonight to let this slip out of our hands. Kudos to our coaching staff. Kudos to the girls for not giving up. This is a very important possession for them. We've got to be able to get this ball in and beat the pressure. We've done that. We've shown that we can do that. We've got to do it one more time tonight. Well, probably a few more times tonight, but none bigger than this one right here. We need to keep this lead and keep our foot on the pedal.
Lady Hornets make their way back out on the court. This is such an important matchup here for the Lady Champions. Been trying to get a win ever since the beginning of the season at Hampshire, and that was a 1-point win, 55-54. Lena Carter will inbound from the top baseline. Out to Bella Rhodes. Rhodes starts her dribble, works all the way back to where they started.
You got to get it across that center court. You got 10 seconds to do so. That's a 10-second violation. Just too much time off that clock.
Not able to move it across the half court. This will give it right back to Huntland.
All right, it's all about defense now.
Williams out to McLennan. Three-point shot is deflected. Here comes Lena Carter. Approaching the rim. Rolls around and in. How do you like that, Brian Cruz?
That was great stuff from Lena Carter. That ball rolled around the rim, and it did go in.
My goodness, 41-37. Get this crowd going.
We've got, hey, this is the loudest we've heard this crowd in a Cascade Lady Champion game in years.
You love it. Up to Williams. These girls want the win. The coach wants the win. We want the win.
Another foul is going to be called, this time on number 30, Susanna Cruz, sending Josie May to the line to shoot 1-and-1. She connects on that first free throw attempt. Now we have to box out. She connects on that second one as well.
Well, she makes both. That'll make it 41-39, Lady Champions. A minute and 20 remain. Cruz out to it's Lena Carter and taken back the other way with McLennan. Cruz has to block here. She won't get the shot. Back to Kagan Young. Young crosses half court on the top side, approaching a minute remaining. Bella Rhodes down low for two.
Bella Rhodes for two. Big basket there for Bella Rhodes.
This place is on fire, under a minute remaining.
Rebound, Bella Rhodes.
Rhodes with the ball back, now with Kagan Young.
Someone's got to help her.
To Rhodes. Get across half court. That's to the hands of Lena Carter. She'll go in the low post.
She's going to be fouled. Lena Carter will be going to the line to shoot two. This time the foul is being called on Huntland's number 5, Kinsley Kilpatrick. Huge free throws for your Lady Champions for the rest of this game, as both teams have committed 9 team fouls. Lena Carter at the line to shoot two. She misses on that first free throw attempt. You got to take a deep breath there, walk off the line. That's what she did, and recognize how important this is. She misses on the second one, but rebound, Cascade.
Sophie Ray fighting for it there with
Sophie
McLennan.
Ray. Susanna Cruz and Sophie Ray unable to hold on to that.
41 seconds and counting. 43-39, Lady Champions. It's Williams across half court, now down low corner. This place is still on fire. McLennan low side, can't get the layup, but will go to the line.
She'll be shooting two. Another foul is going to be called on Susanna Cruz. That's her 4th personal foul. It's been all Logan McLennan.
That's a made shot there for McLennan. That first shot up, second on the way. Both good. Now the lead only by 2, 43-41. 32 seconds remain.
That's 22 points for Logan McLennan. She's just done it all for Huntland tonight, on a night when not a whole lot else has gone their way. She's been a solid for them. Brandon, one thing that you got to feel good about is this Cascade fan base that's gotten behind the Lady Champions tonight, really supporting them on. And an opportunity now to close out this game with 32.7 seconds. We have got to get this ball inbounds and be able to maintain possession here. If you beat this press, you give yourself an opportunity to win.
Here it goes. Lena Carter out from the low baseline, out to Susanna Cruz. Fighting for room there at the student section. Taken back by McLennan and falls out of bounds. Should be Cascade ball. Nope, stays Huntland.
Got to play defense here.
Williams from the top baseline out to McLennan. She gets an open shot.
Don't
now
give him the three-point shot.
Low side, it's being blocked here by Sophia Ray. Shot goes up and missed. Cruz there to pick it up. 13 seconds remain. She's got to hold on to it.
They're going to call a carry.
Timeout. We'll keep it here still.
10.3 seconds left. The score is 43-41. We've got to play defense here if you're Cascade. There's an opportunity to come out and win one. The game is on the line, 43-41. Don't give up the three-point shot.
This will be a special one. 10 seconds away.
Brandon, we found the ability to, box them out and rebound. We just got to stay on them and play great defense. A foul is not the worst thing that could happen to you. They'll go to the free throw line and, at best, score 2 points and tie this game up. We'll have the opportunity to inbound it, so, you just don't want to give up that 3-point shot to close out a game with very little time to get the ball in and then go down the length of the floor yourself.
Lady Champions are back out on the court for Williams to inbound it back in with 10 seconds remaining on the Huntland side. Hands it out to the paint. To May. May puts the shot up down to the floor. Whistle again at 6.6 seconds.
This time they're going to call another foul, I believe, on Susanna Cruz. Yeah, that's going to be her 5th foul. So she'll be coming out of this game. That's 5 personal fouls on her. As we said, it may not be the worst thing to commit a foul there. They'll only have an opportunity to tie this game. Cadence Miller will be coming in for Susanna Cruz. So, if she connects on these, best they can do is tie it up. She connects on that first one. (43-42) with 6.6 seconds left. She connects on the second one as well.
6.6 seconds. Landon Carter inbounds it from the low baseline.
You'd like to see them commit a foul here. We get a timeout. So Cascade calls a timeout with 6.1 seconds left.
This place packed up here for senior night, and they're getting a show here from the Lady Champions. Tied here at 43 apiece. 6 seconds remaining. Playing the Huntland Lady Hornets tonight. As we just wait here in anticipation for the last 6 seconds. Coach JD with the squad. Coach Evanson with the Lady Hornets.
The worst thing that could happen is a turnover, but if we can get the ball in, just take it to them, give ourselves an opportunity to get to the free throw line with 6.1 seconds left. We can't just pass the ball around and expect to get a last-second shot. What we cannot do is turn the ball over and give them an opportunity to score. So 10 team fouls for Cascade, 9 team fouls for the visitors, Huntland. If they foul us, we'll be in the double bonus as well. So you just got to focus on getting the ball in bounds here.
So Lana Carter will inbound it from the low sideline here on the left-hand side. Now we'll switch it over.
They're going to call a timeout. Coach Mike Evanson calls a timeout. The Lady Champions will likely have to draw up another inbounds play as they've kind of shown their cards there. So a little chess match between the two head coaches.
Well, they'll work on it again. Up next, your Lady Champions go to Colmont to take on the Grundy County Lady Yellow Jackets on Friday night. We'll be heading up the mountain for you here on the Zinger 100.9. Live coverage again, as always, starts at 5:45. And it is a full house here to see the witness the end of this one.
Yeah,
on both sides.
A lot of people here. Huntland's brought a pretty good crowd, but there's a huge crowd from Cascade tonight. Senior night.
No gaps at all, save the left-hand side up here, maybe just a tad.
So it looks like we're coming out intent on running the same play. I'm sure they've practiced this and they feel good about it.
And Carter with the inbound out to Kagan Young. Young goes on the low side, tries to find a spot for the shot.
She's fouled by number 14. That's going to be her 5th personal foul. She'll be coming out of this game, sending Kagan Young to the line to shoot 2.
And the Huntland crowd fired up after that one.
They are fired up. Hey, but So Josie May, strong player for Huntland, is on the bench with 5 fouls. We have an opportunity, Brandon, to shoot 2 free throws. The freshman, Kagan Young.
Kagan Young at the line.
She misses on the first free throw attempt. Kagan Young steps off that line. She takes a breath. We know she can do this. Fingers crossed, Brandon. She misses it.
We're headed to overtime. We are headed to overtime. Tied up at 43. When we come back, let's see. We'll take a 2-minute. We'll take a 1-minute break here and come right back for overtime here on the Zinger 100.9. Lady Champions and Lady Hornets tied up at 43.
Wow.
Hi, I'm Blake Moon from Cascade School. Did you know there's a place where you can get good neighbor service and great auto and home insurance rates? Yep, that is Rob Gardner State Farm. So stop shopping around. Rob Gardner State Farm has got you covered. Give Mr. Rob and my mom a call today, 931-685-2080. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Go Champs!
Clanton Pipe and Supply, your corrugated plastic and metal culvert pipe supplier. Clanton has been selling pipe for over 30 years and carries all types and sizes of corrugated plastic and metal culvert pipe. Special orders are available. If it's made, we can get it. We guarantee quality products and reasonable rates, and you'll always get professional service when you call 931-684-4847 for Clanton Pipe and Supply for any pipe and drainage needs. Delivery is available.
It's overtime here from the stable with 4 minutes on the board. Huntland going right to left. Tied up at 43 points apiece. Asia Williams hands it up high to Kilpatrick. Now down low with Hill.
She walked, Brandon. She got away with it, though.
To McLennan. Back here in midcourt, the pass back up high to Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick to Williams. Down low to Hill. Up high. Pass to McLennan. Passing all around the arc here. Haven't made their way inside as yet.
They're very intent on just running this clock down, setting up a play here.
Pass back up high to Kilpatrick. Off kilter pass. Now back down low to McLennan. Back out top of the key with Sanders. 3-point shot is good.
Good.
From McLennan.
It's been all Logan McLennan for.
Lana Carter crosses half court on the top side. Goes right in through the diversion. Low to Bella Rhodes. Left side off the mark. 3-point shot picked up by Sophia Ray for the rebound. It's 3-on-1 for Ray.
Jump ball, possession arrow, Cascade will be inbounding it underneath our own basket. The Huntland fans wanting an over the back call. They did not get that.
Lana Carter takes it out from the low baseline. Out to Bella Rhodes, low elbow. Back low to Carter. She's got 2-on-1 in the walk.
Just got to settle down if you're Cascade. No fouls to give for either team. Trailing 46-43, 2 minutes, 45 seconds left.
Judah Hill gives it to Asia Williams. Across the half court, she stands with the dribble there at the C. Approaching 2 minutes and 30 remaining here in overtime. Up on the top end, now pass down low to Hill. Back out at midcourt, way out there to McLennan. The handoff to Sanders. Back to Williams, all back here at midcourt, killing all the time they can.
Yeah, with a 3-point lead, they feel really good with where they're at in this ball game.
Hill up high to Kilpatrick. Low side for the jumper, it's good.
Yeah, they stretched us out and then just was able to connect.
48-43 Huntland with under 2 minutes now in overtime. Carter to Miller into the top post with Sophia Ray for 2. Back to the Huntland end with Williams. Walks away again over half court. The pass down low to Sanders.
You got to watch out. You've got a player wide open underneath the basket.
Sanders down low to McLennan.
She steps out of bounds. Cascade will be getting the ball. The Huntland fans just a little irate. 1 minute, 34 seconds left, trailing 48-45. Got to get this ball in.
Cadence Miller up high to Sophia Ray across the timeline, up to Kagan Young. Young makes her way in for the shot.
They're going to call a charge on Kagan Young. Unbelievable.
No.
Unbelievable. That was not a charge.
That's got to hurt. Under a minute and 25 remaining in overtime. It's 48-45 Huntland. Williams across half court through the middle. The pass down low to Sanders. Sanders looking for room, goes up high. That's a misplaced pass. Going back the other way.
We've had an opportunity here, Brandon. We've got an opportunity.
Cadence Miller.
Got to get this ball in.
Finds Kagan Young way out there on the other end. Has to work her way across the timeline. She will on the top side. Has the spin here into traffic. Puts up the shot. It's out the rim. Back to McLennan. A minute remains.
They are slowing it down now. Very intent on slowing it down. You may have to come out here on them. Watch that back door, though, Brandon.
Goes around the low side with McLennan.
Brings that back up to the top.
And being chased around the court here by Sophia Ray and Lena Carter.
Lena Carter has to foul her. She had to foul her there. The foul's on Lena Carter. That's her second. Sending the dangerous Logan McLennan to the line to shoot two. As we said earlier, both teams are in the double bonus. Time is slipping away from us here as well. They connect on that first free throw attempt.
First shot down, second shot on the way. Good for McLennan. And they're up at 50 now, 50-45.
You got to go. You got to move fast. You got to score quick. If you're Cascade, you can't dribble. Turnover, Cascade.
Kind of a frustration out of bounds there for Carter.
Time is slipping away from us now.
Inbounded in by Asia Williams to McLennan. Cross half court through the middle. And Sophia Ray pressing in.
Unfortunately, we're having to foul the dangerous one, Logan McLennan, who has 27 points in this game for the Lady Hornets. And unfortunately, 31.7 seconds left in this contest. She connects on that free throw attempt. Scores now 51-45. Logan McLennan has done it all for the Lady Hornets. She connects on that one as well.
52-45 after those two good shots there from McLennan at the line. And slinging it down the court down to Bella Rhodes on the low post.
She travels. Another turnover for Cascade. And now with 24.7 seconds left, probably very little we can do to get ourselves back into this game.
Williams low baseline, hands it out to McLennan. 20 seconds remain across half court on the low side.
And Sophie Ray, unfortunately, has to commit another foul. Sophie Ray's played her heart out tonight.
She has.
She has 4 personal fouls.
And lights are going off on this side. Somebody must have selling the trip. It's the boys players over here waiting on the left-hand side.
Yeah,
is what it is.
They're ready to play themselves. She misses that first free throw attempt. About the only thing she's missed on tonight. Maybe the light show had a little effect on her that time.
Shot number 2 goes right in. 53-49, 19 seconds remain in overtime. Lena Carter crosses half court on the bottom side.
And another turnover for Cascade. This game is going to wind down. Really no need to foul here if you're Cascade with only 7 seconds left. But we do foul.
Some more
foul's going to be on number 1, Lena Carter.
Just more frustration there from Lano's been working her tail off as well tonight.
That's her third personal foul.
Shot missed there, the first one there for McClendon. She's had several trips here in the overtime.
She connects on that second free throw attempt. And
out to Williams as this one wraps up.
No need to foul now if you're Sophie, but she did. And final score 54-45. Your Huntland Lady Hornets are gonna come out of the stable victorious, but they fought a hard-fought team. Cascade Lady Champions. I believe, Brandon, what we saw tonight was a team intent on turning their season around. Unfortunately, it did not happen tonight, but we really closed the gap.
Yeah, Lady Champions put on easily the best performance they've had all season here tonight at the stable on senior night. It was a great performance, made it all the way into overtime. And final score there for your Lady Champions, 45-54. Again, in overtime, 45-54. When we come back, we'll have the post-game report built by DNR Contractors. Be right back here in 2 minutes on the Zinger 100.9.
This is the season when not just our head, but our heart's in the game. A time when our town starts to feel more like our team. At First Bank, we're community superfans. We don't wear uniforms, but we all wear our heart for community on our sleeve. That means we're not just in the bleachers Friday nights. We're in your corner 24/7, cheering your goals even louder. Don't just get a bank, get a team. First Bank. Bank local, get more. Member FDIC.
There's peace of mind when you discover quality local beef for your family that's backed by tradition at Garrison Valley Farms. Taste the difference of locally processed beef, free of antibiotics, steroids, and hormones. They always have quarters of beef available and halves and wholes available by request. 931-389-1005. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, and Saturdays from 9 to 12. Fill your freezer with quality local beef backed by Bedford County tradition at Garrison Valley Farms. Proud supporter of Cascade Champion Basketball on the Zinger.
Cataldo Auto Repair Service Center in Wartrace is thankful for your loyalty with us over the years. When you need vehicle repair, you need it fast and right the first time. You've proven that cars at 219 Blackman Boulevard East in Wartrace is the place to go. Thanks for trusting their services on all your vehicles time after time. Cars, an excellent alternative to any expensive dealership because their knowledge base and equipment stacks up the same, if not better, than the dealer. Thank you for relying on Cars, proud sponsor of your Cascade Champions on the Zinger.
DNR Contractors is your local home improvement expert, locally owned and operated with over 30 years experience in the remodel industry. From roofing to remodels or home additions, DNR Contractors is here to help with your next home improvement project. Get your home holiday ready by calling my daddy today at 931-684-1685 or visit our website at dnrcontractors.com. Go Champs!
This is Susanna Cruz, and you're listening to the home for champion and lady champion basketball on the Zinger 100.9.
And welcome back here in the stable for the post-game report built by DNR Contractors. Again, your Cascade Lady Champions tonight fall to the Huntland Lady Hornets in overtime. That final score 45-54. And again, back to the post-game report built by DNR Contractors. We now take a look at our Rob Gardner State Farm Player of the Game and our Cascade Vet Hospital Heart of a Champion.
Brandon, tonight leading all scorers for Cascade is Sophie Ray. She had 18 points, just continuing her dominance down low and being able to connect on a lot of baskets for the Lady Champions. She is your Rob Gardner State Farm Player of the Game. 18 points, just really played her heart out tonight, committing the fouls when she needed to, just doing everything she could to bring these Lady Champions some success tonight. Your Cascade Veterinarian Heart of a Champion goes out to the freshman, Kagan Young. She had 14 points in this contest. She played tough, unable to connect on those free throws late in the game. But, without her points throughout the game, we would not have been in this. So kudos to Sophie Ray, kudos to Kagan Young. Hey, kudos to our coaching staff and all of our lady champions tonight. It looked like we really tried to turn the page on what happened to us this past Friday night at Community, and we're intent on doing our best. And, we leave Huntland leaves here tonight knowing that they played a tough match against the Cascade Lady Champions.
That's absolutely right. And looking forward to Friday on the road at Grundy County, another manageable team that we can take on Friday night. And looking at the way we're able to play here tonight versus Huntland, it's especially exciting to go to play them not only Friday night, but also when they come back here on Monday for the makeup game, 2 games in a row versus Grundy County. We'll be looking forward to those. The games start at 5:45 here on the Zinger 100.9. Now we send it over to the boys' action. Your Cascade champions coming in here tonight with a great record and looking to play another very formidable opponent here with the Huntland Hornets. I pass you now on to Mr. David McGee. And just a moment, there we go.
All right, welcome in here. Good evening, Brandon. Good evening, Brian. What a matchup. The girls just finished up in overtime. Unfortunately, it didn't turn out in their favor, but regardless, congratulations to Coach Jenny DeMumberman and her entire squad as they brought their A game tonight. Turned things around, like you said, Brian. Unfortunately, it wasn't a win, but obviously big victories in many other ways for Coach Jenny DeMumberman and the Lady Champions tonight.
One thing that we saw that we could do is break the press, and we've put some work into that. That's been very obvious, and hopefully as we play some of these other teams, Grundy Friday night and then back again here on Monday night, we will show that, hey, if you come out in that full court press, we'll be able to handle that and get the ball down low to Sophie Ray, and she'll be able to connect. Had some players like Susanna that's got to stay out of foul trouble to stay on the floor, but Kagan Young, great night from her, great night from Sophie Ray, great night from Bella Rhodes, great night from Cadence Miller. There were a lot of girls just playing some solid defense on the Huntland Lady Hornets tonight, and kudos goes out to all those Lady Champions tonight.
Absolutely. Yes, congratulations to the Lady Champions tonight. Again, they take the loss to the Lady Hornets in overtime. But now it's time for Cascade basketball boys action here at Cascade High School tonight against the Huntland Hornets. Tell you what, Miss Phyllis, open us up. It's time for Cascade basketball right here on the Zinger 100.9. We're back right after this.
We're going to look to shoot it a little more. We're going to look to maybe get a few more possessions per game. It's going to be a little more up-tempo.
3, 2, 1, let's start. Time to unleash the champions. You're tuned into the radio home of Cascade Champions basketball, WZNG Shelbyville, the Zinger 100.9 and AM 1400. The student section is loud, the teams are warmed up, and we're almost set for the opening tip-off. Let's send it courtside live. Here's David McGee and Brian Cruz.
All right, welcome back at Community. We were at Community last week. We're back at Cascade High School tonight. I said Community, Brian. Welcome back to Cascade High
Hey, we're
School.
in the Cascade community.
Oh, that's right. I've got Community on my mind. We had the coaches show last night. We talked about the region tournament that will take place at Community, and I guess I'm fast forwarding, Brian. I'm ready for tournament play.
Well, when you have a team like the one that we're fixing to watch, this Cascade champion, the senior heavy team, David, we celebrated 9 seniors earlier tonight, from managers to our players on the floor. We got an opportunity to celebrate them. But when you have a senior-heavy, talented team like this, you kind of start looking to postseason early on. And I know there's a goal for us this year to get to the Glass House in Murfreesboro. There's a lot of basketball to be played before that time.
You're right. Excitement is in the air. Excitement is in this gymnasium tonight, and it will carry on for the remainder of this season. We do have, I believe, 5 regular season games left. After tonight, there will be 4 regular season games left. The last time we matched up against Huntland, Cascade champions were victorious by a score of 69-66. So a very close matchup against Huntland at Huntland. Let's see what happens here tonight.
David, one thing that I do want to, if you're just joined us and missed speaking to us earlier with Coach Lawson, number 12, Golden, the very, very talented player from Huntland, he is sidelined tonight. You'll see him down here under the basket. If you'll remember last time and even last year, he's a very, very talented player that can do that. He's a left-handed player, does those baby hooks underneath the basket. He's sidelined tonight, will not be in this contest. That's unfortunate. Even Coach Lawson said that because you'd like to have the opportunities to defend great, great players like that. It builds your team, builds your strength going into postseason play.
That's certainly an advantage for the Cascade champions with them missing. Brian, I've got some starters right there marked if you want them.
All right.
So we're about 5 minutes, 43 seconds away from starting this boys contest here at Cascade High School. Again, like I mentioned on the coaches show last night, I want to tell you a quick thank you to Mr. Jeff Davis, Mr. Sam Davis, and Cascade champion Mr. Nick Harris joining us last night on the coaches show. Our coaches had a scheduling conflict, couldn't join us last night, but we filled some time up, talked about the Cascade Tip-Off Club. And Jeff advised us that they're in the concession stand. They're out in the foyer. If you'd like to make a donation to the Cascade Tip-Off Club, or I think he said they were selling long sleeve T-shirts tonight, short sleeve T-shirts tonight. So if you're here at the gym interested in joining the Tip-Off Club or interested in purchasing a T-shirt, those proceeds go to a very, very good organization that are bettering our student athletes here at Cascade High School. I tell you what we'll do. We'll take a quick 90-second timeout. We'll come back. We'll talk keys to the game for the boys action and prepare for starting lineups as we get ready for your Cascade champions hosting the Hornets of Huntland tonight here at Cascade High School. We're back in 90 seconds. You're listening to Cascade Champion Basketball on the Zinger 100.9.
When the Cascade family needs top-quality veterinary care for their furry little friends, or even around-the-clock emergency care for livestock, they turn to the vet they trust like family. Family is exactly what you'll find at the Cascade Veterinary Hospital on Fairfield Pike in Wartrace. Proudly serving the Bedford County area since 1998, Dr. West and his team continue to serve our community by providing impeccable care in a kind and compassionate environment. 931-389-0449. CascadeVetHospital.com.
Hi, I'm Blake Bloom from Cascade School. Did you know there's a place where you can get good neighbor service and great auto and home insurance rates? Yep, that is Cut Off Rob Gardner State Farm. So stop shopping around. Rob Gardner State Farm has got you covered. Give Mr. Rob and my mom a call today, 931-685-2080. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Go Champs!
Planton Pipe and Supply, your corrugated plastic and metal culvert pipe supplier. Planton has been selling pipe for over 30 years and carries all types and sizes of corrugated plastic and metal culvert pipe. Special orders are available. If it's made, we can get it. We guarantee quality products and reasonable rates, and you'll always get professional service when you call 931-684-4847 for Planton Pipe and Supply for any pipe and drainage needs. Delivery is available.
You're listening to the Zinger 100.9 and AM 1400 WZNG Shelbyville, your radio home for Cascade Champions basketball.
All right, just a few minutes away before we get started. Time to discuss keys to the game, brought to you by Cataldo Auto Repair Service. Brian, you got them ready?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Right.
We heard from the pregame in talking to Coach Lawson, the number 5 for Huntland, that's LaShawn Kimmons. He's a very talented player for Huntland, so I hope we can come out and control him early. Number 2, keep your foot on the gas, score early and score often. Last time out, we had a 10-0 lead against Huntland in the opening minutes of that game. If you'll remember, David, Coach Loss reminded us of this. The scoreboard went out. We were not playing basketball for about 5 minutes in that game, and then finally we had to operate the rest of the game with just one scoreboard working. We don't want any technical difficulties like that that'll just put ice on this fire tonight. So I want us to score fast, score early, score often. And number 3, stay out of foul trouble. Lucas Clanton has been nominated Class 2A Mr. Basketball. He needs to help his chances, and the way he can do that is by staying on the floor tonight and scoring a lot of points for your Cascade champions.
So there you have it, Cataldo Auto Service, keys to the game. Excellent selection there, Brian. Good choices as well as, Lucas Clanton making that bid to be Mr. Basketball for 2A region, I guess, is that right? And
yes.
Our best wishes for that to take place for Lucas as we approach the 1 minute mark, getting ready for starting lineups. Real quickly, want to thank all of our sponsors bringing you Cascade Champion, Lady Champion Basketball all season long right here on the Zinger 100.9. It's First Bank, Curl Construction, Garrison Valley Farms, DNR Dumpsters, DNR Contractors, Cascade Veterinary Hospital, State Farm Agent Rob Gardner, and Cataldo Auto Repair Service. It's another packed house here tonight, Brian.
Just not a lot of seats anywhere.
No, the Fayetteville, Huntland.
It looks like Fayetteville. They got the same colors.
They do. It's the blue throwing me off. They had a large girls crowd here. Some of them have kind of emptied out and created a few extra seats over here on the visitor side.
All right, your starting lineup now for the Huntland Hornets. Number 1, Eli Wiggs. Number 3, Braylon Phillips. Number 5, LaShawn Kimmons. Number 10, Trace Kilpatrick. And number 11, Cade Limbaugh.
So there's your starting lineups for the Hornets of Huntland. As the lights go out, we get ready for your starting lineup for your Cascade champions. 8 minutes on the clock. We're getting ready for basketball action here at Cascade High School tonight.
Love that intro, David.
The familiar sounds of AC/DC.
And now your starting lineup for the Cascade champions. Number 2, the senior, Jaden Gulick. Number 5, the senior, getting the start tonight, Jaden Little. Number 12, the senior, Lucas Clanton. Number 13, the senior, Thomas Gentry. And number 24, the senior, Jackson Davis.
So it looks like a little change-up tonight by Coach Lawson.
Yeah, I wanted to get those seniors on the floor.
Absolutely. Class decision by Coach Lawson. Looks like Jaden Little will also make his way to the center court and be tipping it off for Cascade. The Huntland Hornets dressed in royal blue with white numbers, white trim. Cascade in their home whites with a little bit of black trim and orange numbers. We'll match up against Eli Wiggs of Huntland as your official makes his way to center court with the basketball. He blows his whistle, 8 minutes on the clock, tips in the air. It will go to Cascade first. They'll pass it. It's Gentry with the pass, or Gentry goes after the ball, runs out of bounds. As he goes out of bounds, he throws it back into Lucas Clanton. Clanton drives inside towards the paint, tries to take the shot. The shot's blocked. The whistle blows. They call a foul.
Foul's going to be on number 11. Cade Limbaugh sending Lucas Clanton to the line to shoot 2.
So champions with the opportunity to strike first. They do. They do it from the Garrison Valley Farm free throw line. The score at the moment 1-0 as we await Clanton's second shot. Second shot on its way. What is it, Brian?
It's good.
It's good. 2-0 on the Huntland Hornets end. They'll go straight to the basket inside the paint. Take the shot. Shot's partially blocked. Picked back up by Cascade. We'll go all the way to the other end. Jackson Davis will drive straight towards the basket, take the shot. The shot's no good. He gets his own rebound and goes right back up for the putback. Now,
you know what I say when that happens, David. He's playing like a man.
Playing like a man. But now the score 4-0 on the Huntland end of things. Huntland on the right side of the court. They'll pass it around the arc. They bounce pass it inside. They'll put the dribble down in the paint, take the shot. Shot's no good. Rebound, Jackson Davis. Davis takes the ball up the court for the Champions. Champions moving right to left on your radio dial. They'll give it back to Davis. Outside the arc, he'll take up, square up, take the three-point shot, count it for 3. Champions lead 7-0. And the Hornets in. Across the timeline, approach the three-point line. They'll pass it high side. Around the arc, back to the middle. They're going to drive inside, through the paint, take the shot. Shots off the back of the rim, no good. They put the putback right back up there. That shot's no good. They get another rebound.
Rebound, Jackson Davis.
That shot's no good. Jackson gets the rebound. He'll take it up court, pass it high side to the high corner to Gulick. Gulick comes inside, passes to Little. Little inside the paint, turns, spins, takes the shot. The shot's blocked.
That shot's blocked by the number 5, LaShawn Kimmons.
Huntland picks it up. We'll take it back to their end. They'll pass it around the arc, currently in the hand of Kimmons. Kimmons is going to drive across the free throw line towards the basket, towards the baseline, turn around, have to pass it back out. Top of the key. They'll take a three-point shot from the top of the key. It's number 10, Kilpatrick, with a three-pointer. He'll connect, and the Hornets are on the board with 3 points. 7-3 your score on the Cascade end. Gentry now to Little. Little inside, back out to Gulick. Gulick top of the key, squares up, takes the shot. Shot rattles in, comes back out. No good. Rebound. Huntland. We go to the other end. Huntland with it. Pass it underneath the basket. The pass overthrown just a bit. Intended for Limbaugh. He couldn't control it. It goes out of bounds. Turnover Huntland. It'll be Cascade basketball from the baseline. Eli Elliott, also another senior in the game, very early on.
Like to see that.
The Champions. 5 minutes, 58 seconds on the clock. Elliott inbounds to Davis. Davis goes all the way up the court to Clanton in the high corner. Clanton squares up, takes the three-point shot. Count it for 3.
He was way outside the arc that
First
time.
bank three-pointer, Lucas Clanton. The score 10-3. On the Huntland end, they'll pass it around the arc to Kimmons. Kimmons now to Phillips. Phillips going to drive towards the basket, put the shot off the backboard. Shot's no good. Rebound, Thomas Gentry. Gentry rushes quickly to the Cascade end. He'll pass it high side corner to Jackson Davis, who connects for another first bank three-pointer.
Yes, 13-3, David. We are shooting the lights out.
Shooting the lights out for sure. 13-3. Cascade takes a easy, quick 10-point lead on the Huntland end. Kimmons will drive straight towards the basket through the paint, take the shot. The shot's no good. The whistle blows. They're going to call a foul here on Cascade, Brian.
Yeah, Cascade's going to be on number 12, Lucas Clanton. That's his first, team's first. Sitting number 5, LaShawn Kimmons to the line to shoot 2.
His first one on its way off the back of the rim, no good. McElroy now also in the game for the Champions. You got Elliott, Clanton, McElroy, Gentry, and Davis on the floor for your Champions. 5 minutes, 14 seconds on the clock in this first quarter. Kimmons at the line for Huntland. Second free throw on its way off to the back of the rim, no good. Rebound, McElroy. McElroy starts for the fast break, changes his mind. He'll pass it to Davis. Davis crosses to the Cascade end and will set up at midcourt. He'll pass it low side to Clanton. Clanton takes a three-point shot.
Nails it.
Raindrops. Lucas Clanton hot outside the arc tonight.
Yeah.
16-3 now your score. On the Huntland end, they'll cross the timeline. Go straight towards the basket, through the paint, have to turn back around, sit it back outside the arc. Bounce pass across the paint to the low side. Take the two-point jump shot off the backboard inside the paint. Count it for 2. 16-5 now your score. On the inbound, the whistle blows, and I
believe they're going to call a delay of game on Huntland for not getting the ball back to the official after that score.
So
that's just a warning.
Yeah, Cascade will restart here on the Huntland end. We'll inbound it to Davis. Davis brings the ball up the court, crosses on the Cascade side. He'll dribble the top of the key, end up trying to pass it to Elliott underneath the basket. Elliott couldn't get the pass. The pass is picked off, and then Elliott and Huntland player number 11 there, Limbaugh, goes to the floor, and they call jump ball. The ball goes back to Huntland on the Cascade end. They'll inbound it to Kimmons. Kimmons brings the ball up the court for Huntland. He'll pass it high side real quickly to Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick back to Kimmons. Kimmons top of the key, goes through the paint towards the basket, turns around, can't do anything with it, sends it back out to Phillips. Phillips, bounce pass outside the arc.
Nails that three.
Kilpatrick takes the high three-point shot from the high 45. Connects for 3, 16-8 now your score. as it looks like Curl and Gulick get ready to come in for the champions. They'll square up on the Cascade end. It's Clanton with a three-point shot. Shot's no good. Rebound, Kilpatrick. He'll take it all the way down. Bounce, pass it underneath the basket to Phillips. Phillips lays it off the backboard for 2. Clanton inbounds to Davis. Davis to the other end real quickly to Gentry. Back to Davis. Davis squares up. Takes a three-point shot. Count it. 3 points. Jackson Davis, 19-10 your score. On the Huntland end, they'll pass it low side to Phillips. Phillips outside the arc. Bounce passes inside. Turns, takes a shot. It's Wiggs with the 2-point jump shot just outside the paint. Off the backboard, count it for 2. 19-12. Inbound to McElroy. McElroy up the court for the champions. Tries to go inside. As he does, he loses control of the dribble. The whistle blows. And
they're going to say that was a carry by Isaac McElroy. One thing that these officials have enjoyed calling tonight, in the girls' game and now in the boys' game as well. So
looks like Jacob Curl in the game now. Also, Saban Burris back in the game, and Jaden Gould. It'll be Huntland basketball on the Cascade end. They'll inbound, bring the ball all the way up the court, go straight towards the basket, take a sloppy shot. The rebound by Curl. Curl gives it to Clanton. We go to the Cascade end real quickly. Clanton with it, outside the arc, steps up to the free throw line, takes a jump shot. It bounces off the rim, then off the backboard, it goes through the basket. Count it for 2, 21-12. Huntland inbounds to Phillips. Phillips gives it back to Kimmons. Kimmons crosses the timeline, outside the arc. Back to Phillips. Phillips outside the arc on the low side. Drives inside, crosses the free throw line, just inside the paint, takes the 2-point jump shot. Shot's no good, rebound by Burris. Burris gets the rebound, the whistle blows.
Yes, quick foul there on Huntland's number 3. Braylon Phillips. That'll be their second team foul, his first foul.
So we will restart on the Huntland end. Burris will inbound it to Davis. Davis will go the length of the court.
David, I believe all seniors for Cascade have been on the floor now.
Already in this first quarter, that's great. On the Cascade end, they'll pass it around the arc to Davis. Davis from the low side goes towards the basket, cross the baseline, underneath the basket, underhand shot, off the backboard, in the hole.
That was a beaut. Jackson Davis does what he does best.
He's an artist. He's an artist. Artist underneath that basket and in the paint. So Jackson Davis connects on the 2-pointer, goes to the line, the Garrison Valley free throw line. He'll get a 3-point attempt, and guess what, Brian?
Jackson Davis connects on that. He has 14 points early in this game.
On the Huntland end, they'll take a 2-point jump shot just in front of the free throw line. Shot's no good. Rebound Cascade. On the Cascade end, Jackson Davis goes straight to the hole again. Through the paint, takes a shot. The shot's no good. On the rebound, Huntland knocks it out of bounds. The whistle blows, and what's the call?
That's going to be out of bounds by the Huntland defender, LaShawn Kimmons. Will be inbounding the ball underneath her own basket.
Davis inbounds to Burris. Burris in the high corner. He'll go back mid-court. Jaden Gulick. Gulick steps back to mid-court. He'll pass it around the arc towards the low side to Clanton. Clanton gives it to Davis. Davis will work his way back to mid-court.
David, we still have 2 minutes left in this open period of play. That's unbelievable.
To Gulick, to Davis, inside to Burris. Underneath the Curl. Curl goes underneath the basket. Puts one up off the backboard. Count it for 2, 24.
No, he does not connect on that, David.
It didn't go
Unfortunately, no.
I
it didn't go
in.
It looked good, but it did not go in.
Goodness.
That didn't went in, though.
On the Huntland end, they give it to Phillips. Phillips connects for a 3-point. I don't know what I was seeing.
Well, it just was on the other side of the rim, and it just looked good from up here.
1 minute, 33 seconds. Cascade now with the basketball. Jackson Davis with it outside the arc. He'll step inside the arc, take the shot. The shot rattles, goes in, comes out, no good. Rebound, Curl. Curl sends it out to Burris, top of the key. Burris takes a 3-point shot. Shot's no good. They bump it up in the air, trying to get it to fall back in. It doesn't go. Rebound, Huntland. We go to the other end. Phillips with it. He'll drive inside. He'll have to turn around. Kick it out to Lefevers. Lefevers tries to pass it to midcourt. Clanton comes through the air trying to get the steal. Falls to the ground. The ball goes out of bounds.
Hustle play there.
Bench.
Hustle play there by Lucas Clanton. And you know what was coming if he was able to keep his feet.
All right, 1 minute, 5 seconds on the clock. It's Huntland basketball. They inbound it directly in front of their bench. Bring the ball up the court, cross the timeline. They'll pass it high side to Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick now to Phillips. Phillips, top of the key. Back to Kilpatrick on the high side, outside the arc. Now to Kimmons. Kimmons moves to the high corner. He'll hand it off to Limbaugh. Limbaugh tries to go inside. The ball's picked off by Jaden Gulick. Gulick goes all the way down to the Cascade end. kind of gets trapped up, tangled up in the high corner. He'll bounce pass it inside to Burris. Burris gives it back out to the low corner to Clanton. Clanton sends it out to Jackson Davis. Top of the key, squares up, takes a three-point shot. Jackson Davis.
The man can't miss, David. He's got 17 points in the first period of play.
17 points in the first quarter. As we rattle down, 20 seconds on the clock, Huntland with the basketball on their end. They'll give it to Phillips. Phillips will turn around, take a three-point shot from the low 45 outside the arc, connect for three. 27-18 your score. 10 seconds on the clock on the Cascade end. They'll give it to Clanton. Clanton, pass picked off, knocked into the hands of Jackson Davis. Davis drives towards the basket, gives it to Burris underneath the basket. Burris falls to the ground. The whistle blows, and they're going to call a foul here.
They're going to call a foul on
Kimmons,
number 5, LaShawn Kimmons. The Huntland crowd does not agree with that.
2.3 seconds on the clock. Cascade will inbound it to Clanton in the low corner. Clanton does get the shot off. The shot's no good. There's your buzzer. We're at the end of one at Cascade High School. Cascade 27, Huntland 18.
They're going to call a technical foul, David. Before we take this timeout, technical foul called on number 5, LaShawn Kimmons. Mental mistake made by him.
And he's still out of control.
Still out of control.
He is still out of control. Tell you what we'll do. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout. We'll come back to Cascade High School right after this. You're listening to Cascade Basketball right here on the Zinger 100.9.
On game night, winning is everything. But at First Bank, we know life's big wins happen off the field. Like when you win that amazing heart, when you win your first classroom's respect, or when you win your employees' loyalty and find a home that wins their smiles. Life's big wins take a bank big on you. Join the team that helps you win not only on game day, but on days you never forget. First Bank, the official bank of TSSAA. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
All right, back at Cascade High School, the first quarter in the books with some tremendous plays by our Cascade champions. The score 27-18. A technical called right there at the end of the first quarter. I assume we'll come out shooting. Is that how that's going to work, Brian?
Yeah, we're going to be coming out. Coach Lawson will have a decision on who he'll be sending to the line. Looks like it'll be
money
man Jackson Davis. As that's LaShawn Kimmons, number 5, the talented LaShawn Kimmons. He's still a little emotional down there on the bench.
So Davis shoots all by himself at the free throw line, the Garrison Valley Farm free throw line. He'll miss on the first one.
He misses that. He'll have another opportunity.
Second shot by Davis on its way. This time, count it.
Good.
28-18.
Now Cascade will have the ball, inbounding it at half court.
Burris will inbound it for the champions. He'll inbound it into the backcourt to Davis. Davis steps right across onto the Cascade side. He'll pass it low side to Gulick. Gulick outside the arc, goes to Davis in the low corner. Tries to pass it to Clanton. The pass is tipped in the air, picked off by Huntland. We go to the other end. I believe number 11, Limbaugh, kind of tipped it into the air. It went into the hands of Phillips. On the other end, they'll pass it around the arc. Currently Kilpatrick with it. He'll try to bounce it, pass it across the paint. It's picked off by Jackson Davis. Davis goes coast to coast, underneath the basket. From one side of the basket to the other through the paint, puts it off the backboard, count it for two, 30-18.
David, what's interesting for Cascade, we have our traditional starters in the game for the first time tonight.
Huntland goes straight to the basket, through the paint, puts it off the backboard, count it for two. Cascade inbounds it, gives it to Gulick in the high corner. Gulick squares up, takes the three-point shot, count it for three. Jaden Gulick, 33 now to 20. On the Huntland end, they'll go straight to the basket again, through the paint, put the shot up, spin in the paint, put the shot up, shot's no good, rebound Jackson Davis. Davis brings the ball up real quickly, finds Burris underneath the basket, inside the paint. Burris puts it off the backboard, count it for two.
Timeout called by the Huntland Hornets as this game's getting out of control for them.
35-20 as we just start we're basically in the beginning of the second quarter. 6 minutes, 54 seconds on the clock. Thanks to our sponsors, bringing you Cascade Champion, Lady Champion Basketball all season long. DNR Dumpsters, DNR Contractors, Cascade Veterinary Hospital, State Farm Agent Rob Gardner, First Bank, Curl Construction, Garrison Valley Farms, and Cataldo Auto Repair Service. Timeout is over. Cascade boys take their spot on the right side of the court to defend, as it will be Huntland basketball on the far end. They'll inbound it to Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick brings it up for the Hornets, crosses the timeline. They'll pass it low side to Wiggs. Wiggs with it. They'll go back top of the key to Lefevers. Lefevers back to Wiggs. Wiggs drives towards the paint, not hardly make it to the paint. He'll take the jump shot from about 8 feet out. Count it for 2. 35-22 on the Cascade end. It's Jackson Davis with it. He'll just decide to take it all the way to the hole through the paint. He saw an opening. He found it. He took it, and he connected for 2. 37-22. Huntland with the basketball. Crosses the timeline to the Huntland side. They'll pass it low side to Wiggs. Wiggs squares up, takes a three-point shot from the 45 on the low side. Count it for 3. 37-25. Champions in the lead. On the Cascade end, they'll pass it around the arc to Gulick. Gulick steps back to midcourt to reset. 6 minutes on the clock. Gulick goes to Clanton. Clanton, top of the key, dead center. Outside the arc, like money. Clanton, another three-pointer. 40-25, now your score. On the Hornets end, they'll pass it around the arc. Now they'll go inside, underneath the basket to Lefevers. Lefevers puts down one dribble, puts it off the backboard, count it for 2. 40-27. Champions on the other end. They'll pass it to Clanton underneath the basket. Clanton tries to get the pass, or the shot up. As he does, it's blocked. The whistle blows. This will be a shooting foul, Brian.
Foul's on number 3, Braylon Phillips. That's his second personal foul, 6th team foul.
So Lucas Clanton at the line to shoot for the Cascade Champions. He'll dribble, look, shoot, count it. 41-27. 41-27. On the floor for the Champions, you've got Burris, Gentry, Clanton, Gulick, and Davis. Clanton's second free throw from the Garrison Valley Farm free throw. It's also good. 42-27. Huntland inbounds, brings the ball up the court. Looks like Zach Crosland comes to the scorer's bench. He'll be coming in momentarily. Huntland squares up on the 45 on the high side, takes a three-point shot. Shot's no good. On the rebound, it goes out of bounds at the Cascade bench near the corner of the court, the low corner.
Last touch by Huntland's number 1, Eli Wiggs.
And it looks like Zach Crosland will come in and give Jackson Davis a breather.
Jackson Davis, you hate to see him on the bench, but he's done it all so far tonight.
Burris inbounds to Gulick. Gulick bringing the ball up the court for the Champions now. Crossing to the Champions side. He'll pass it low side to Clanton. Clanton squares up, takes a deep three-point shot. It rattles, no good. Rebound, Huntland with it. Huntland takes it to their end. They'll pass it high side to Lefevers. Lefevers going to drive towards the basket, lose control of the dribble. Picked off by Jaden Gulick. Gulick squares up, takes the three-point shot. That shot rattles, no good. On the rebound, Crosland and Phillips go up for it. The whistle blows.
Yeah, they're going to call a foul on Zach Crosland. That'll be his first, only the team's second foul in this contest.
Huntland with the basketball, inbounding it on the Cascade end. Brings the ball up the court, crosses to the Huntland side. They'll bounce pass it low side, turn around, take the three-point shot. That shot no good. Rebound, Crosland. He couldn't keep his hand on it. It's knocked out from his hand, goes out of bounds on the baseline. They'll give it back to Cascade.
Looks like Thomas Gentry will be coming out of this game. Isaac McElroy has gone in. Sawyer Lovern at the scorer's table, not getting there in time to check in on this possession.
So Lovern will come in next. Cascade inbounds to Gulick. Gulick brings the ball up the court for the Champions. He'll pass it high side to McElroy. McElroy now back to Crosland, top of the key. Now back high side outside the arc to Gulick. Gulick goes inside to Burris. Burris goes low corner outside the arc to McElroy. McElroy takes a three-point shot. That shot no good. Rebound. Huntland. We go to the other end. They'll pass it around the arc to the low side. Back to the middle. They'll drive towards the basket. Kick it out to the high corner. Take the three-point shot. They connect. Who was it? Was it Limbaugh?
Yeah, that was number 11, Cade Limbaugh.
Limbaugh connects with a three-pointer, make it 42-30.
You know, in a game you feel like you've controlled, you only lead by 12 points, David.
It's very unusual because Cascade, you would have thought they were ahead by much more.
Yeah, Huntland, when they shoot the ball very well.
On the Cascade end, Clanton will drive towards the basket, doesn't go in the paint, just outside the paint, takes a two-point jump shot and count it for 2, 44-30.
Sorry, David, I'm going to correct you there. I thought you were going to say that didn't go in again.
Well, my eyesight is obviously not the best tonight. We'll blame it on my contacts.
Yeah.
So on the Huntland end, they'll pass it inside the paint, put down one dribble, spin, take the shot off the backboard, count it for 2. 44-32 on the Cascade end. Clanton with the basketball. He'll go to Crosland. Crosland back, high side to Gulick. Gulick now underneath the basket to Burris. Burris sends it back out to Lucas Clanton, who takes another deep three-point shot attempt. That shot no good. Rebound by
they're going to call that foul on the floor, but a great rebound.
When Zach Crosland got the rebound, he went to put it back up. Right before the put-up, they're saying the whistle blew.
Yeah.
He's lining up to shoot.
He is lining up, but I believe
it's in the bonus.
Yes, because he'll be shooting 1-1. They're not giving him credit for that score. They're going to say they called it on the floor, so that's the right call. Call on the floor. He'll be shooting 1-1.
So Zach Crosland at the line at the Garrison Valley Farm free throw line for the Champions. First shot by Crosland off the back of the rim. First and only shot. Rebound, Huntland will go to the other end. It's Phillips with it for Huntland. He'll take it high side. He'll go inside, try to go towards the basket. Almost makes it to the paint. Turns, spins, takes a shot. Shot's no good. Rebound, McElroy. McElroy's going to take it all the way on his own this time. Towards the basket, through the paint. Underhanded shot.
Draws the foul.
Draws the foul. He almost had he and his Euro step is almost a half a step too much. Makes me nervous.
That foul was on number 11, Cade Limbaugh. That's his second, team's 8th. Isaac McElroy at the line to shoot 2.
McElroy's first shot on its way. Count it. 45-32. Champions lead. And the whistle blows before McElroy's second free throw.
The official has called a sideline warning on the coach. They don't give him a technical.
I guess he was a little bit outside of his box there.
Well, I think he was in the ear of the official. What we'll say.
McElroy connects on his second free throw, and Huntland will inbound it. We go to the Huntland end. They will set things up at midcourt, go high side with it. Still outside the arc, back to midcourt. Now low side. They'll take the three-point shot. It's Limbaugh with a shot. Shot's no good. Rebound, Lovren. Lovren gives it to Gulick. Gulick's going to drive up straight towards the basket, cross the free throw line, take the jump shot from about 8 feet out, count it for 2.
Take what they give you.
48-32. Gulick was just left wide open. He took advantage of it. On the Huntland end, they'll go around the arc, go low side, back to the middle, drive across the free throw line, through the paint, try to pass it across to the other side of the paint. The pass was intended for Wiggs. It was knocked out of bounds on the baseline. As it was knocked out of bounds, the whistle blows. They're going to call a foul here on
number 4, Isaac McElroy. That'll be his first, team's 3rd.
With 2 minutes, 15 seconds on the clock, Eli Wiggs for the Hornets goes to the line. His first shot off the back of the rim, no good. Now some substitutions by Cascade. Gulick and Crosland will come out. Gentry and Clanton will come back in as we await the second free throw for Eli Wiggs. Second free throw on its way. It goes off the front of the rim and rolls in. 48-33.
Yeah.
48-33. Cascade inbounds it to Davis. Davis crosses the timeline. Top of the key. Passes high side around the arc to Clanton. Clanton's going to drive towards the basket, towards the baseline. Takes the shot. The shot's no good. Rebound. Sawyer Lovren. Lovren puts it right back up. That shot's no good. The fight for the rebound on this one. It'll be tangled up with Zach.
Ball.
Lucas Clanton.
Jump ball called. Possession error. Cascade will be inbounding the ball underneath their own basket. Yeah. Men just fighting under the rim.
Clanton and the Fevers going head-to-head there. They call jump ball. It'll be Cascade basketball underneath their own basket. Davis inbounds to McElroy in the low corner. McElroy squares up, takes a three-point shot. Shot's no good. Rebound. Huntland. To the other end we go. Phillips with it. He's going to drive straight towards the basket. Take the jump shot. Shot's no good, just inside the paint.
They're going to call
on the rebound. McElroy gets it and takes off running, and he steps one step too quickly before he puts the dribble down. Turnover Cascade. It'll be Huntland's basketball underneath their own basket. They'll pass it to the high corner. Take the three-point shot from the high corner. Goes in, comes out, no good. On the rebound, Jackson Davis gives it, and they blow the whistle again.
Foul's going to be called on number 11, Cade Limbaugh, sending Isaac McElroy to the line to shoot 1-1. 9 team fouls now committed by Huntland.
1 minute, 35 seconds left in this first half here at Cascade High School. Isaac McElroy at the line, the Garrison Valley Farm free throw line to shoot. First shot on its way. Count it. 49-33. 49-33. Champions leading over the Hornets of Huntland. McElroy lines up for his second free throw. Mark it good as well. We bust 50. 50-33. Huntland inbounds, brings the ball the full length of the court. They try to pass it high side. It bounces off one of them's hand. Luckily, they recover it in the high corner. They'll give it to Limbaugh. Limbaugh hands it back off to Reed. Reed gives it back to Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick to Phillips. Phillips crosses the free throw line, goes straight towards the basket through the paint. I don't know, was that a shot?
Yeah, they're going to say the foul was committed by Cascade's number 15, Sawyer Lovern, sending number 3, Braylon Phillips, to the line to shoot 2.
So as Phillips was going for the shot there, it was blocked by Lovern. Who was it, Lovern?
Yeah, it was Sawyer Lovern.
So Phillips connects on his first one.
Yes.
I look away, man. I'm scared I'm missing it.
Man, you can miss something with the pace of these games, David. He does connect on that first free throw attempt at the line now for his second attempt.
Phillips' second shot on its way. He connects on that one as well. The score 50-35. Champions up by 15. McElroy inbounds it to Davis. Davis crosses the timeline onto the Cascade end. Sets things up. He'll pass it high side to Thomas Gentry. Gentry from the high corner drives across the baseline towards the basket in the paint. Puts it off the backboard. Count it for 2. 52-35. We're less than a minute now. Huntland with the basketball on their end. They'll pass it around the arc.
He walked. Yes, a delayed whistle there, but the player for Huntland, that's number 20, Dimitri Reed. He does travel.
Turnover by Huntland gives the ball back to Cascade with 50.1 seconds left in the half. McElroy inbounds it to Davis. Davis brings the ball up the court. Crosses the halfway mark. He'll pass it high side to Gentry. Gentry goes back towards the basket through the paint, puts the shot up. The shot's partially blocked. The shot's no good. The whistle blows, and it looks like Thomas Gentry will get a couple of charity shots here.
Yeah, they're going to call that foul on number 34, Cannon Lefevers.
So Thomas Gentry at the Garrison Valley Farm free throw with 41.9 seconds on the clock. First shot by Gentry. Off the back of the rim, no good. Stick around, he gets one more. Gentry lining up, dribbles, looks, shots on its way. This time off the back of the rim, same thing. Rebound, Huntland will go to the other end. McElroy gets tangled up. The ball almost goes out of bounds. Huntland does recover it, but as they do, Jackson Davis tries to steal it. The whistle blows, and they're going to call a foul here, I assume, against Jackson Davis.
Call a foul there on they're going to call that on number 13, I believe. Yeah,
Gentry?
Foul's going to be on 13.
I had my eyes on Jackson. But it'll be Huntland restarting from midcourt. They'll inbound it into the backcourt and now cross to the Huntland side. They'll pass it around the arc high side. As they do, Gentry puts pressure on him, and the whistle blows, and they're going to call another foul
on Thomas Gentry. That's his second.
In 10 seconds.
Yeah, 16 fouls, so Huntland is still not in the bonus. Thomas has got his head down, frustrated.
Gulick will come in to replace Gentry for the moment as Huntland will restart. They'll inbound it from the high side sideline, bounce pass it to midcourt. Work their way back, give it to Phillips. Phillips takes a long three-point shot. That shot's no good. On the rebound, the whistle blows, and this time we got some whistle-happy officials here.
The foul on Cascades, number 5, Jaden Little, and now with them being in the bonus, we'll have that's number 30,
Kinslow,
Jared Kinslow, the line to shoot 1-and-1.
So 17.5 seconds left in the half. Kinslow's first shot for Huntland off the back of banks it in.
Banks it in.
Banks it in. I haven't seen a bank free throw in a long time. Banks it in, making it 52-36. We'll await Kinslow's second free throw. See if he does a bank shot again. This time he's short, off the back of the rim. No good. On the rebound, it goes out of bounds. They're going to give it to Huntland.
They're going to give it back to Huntland.
They're going to say it went off McElroy on the baseline. So Huntland will line up underneath their own basket for the inbound. They'll inbound it outside the arc.
Just don't want to commit a foul here. to Cascade.
They'll step back to half court, reset, get double teamed, get too much pressure. They'll try to bounce past it. It's picked off one of the shins, picked up by McElroy. McElroy goes straight to the basket, through the paint with two guys, one on each side. He makes it through there, puts the shot up, count it for two at the buzzer. The score at halftime, your Cascade champions lead the Huntland Hornets by a score of 54-36. At halftime, the score, Cascade 54, Huntland 36. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back. You're listening to Cascade Champion Basketball on the Zinger 100.9. We're back in 2.
Getting the job done right on a major construction project takes experienced professionals, the kind you will find when you call Curl Construction and Excavating LLC. Like your Cascade basketball squads, Curl hits the ground running while working to get the job done and beating the clock to meet your project deadline. Serving Middle Tennessee's construction and excavation needs for 25 years and still building. Make your project a slam dunk with Curl Construction and Excavating LLC. Call 931-389-6996. CurlConstruction.com. Dig deep and plow, Champion Nation.
Cataldo Auto Repair Service Center in Wartrace is thankful for your loyalty with us over the years. When you need vehicle repair, you need it fast and right the first time. You've proven that cars at 219 Blackman Boulevard East in Wartrace is the place to go. Thanks for trusting their services on all your vehicles time after time. Cars, an excellent alternative to any expensive dealership because their knowledge base and equipment stacks up the same, if not better, than the dealer. Thank you for relying on Cars, proud sponsor of your Cascade Champions on the Zinger.
Are you planning that next big project and thinking how nice it would be if I had a dumpster right there on site? Then call DNR Dumpsters in Shelbyville. DNR Dumpsters provides quality and convenient dumpster rental service for commercial and residential applications. Roll-off dumpsters with prompt delivery, even next-day delivery and hallway available. Call DNR Dumpsters at 931-684-1685. For more information, visit dnrdumpsters.com.
When the Cascade family needs top-quality veterinary care for their furry little friends, or even around-the-clock emergency care for livestock, they turn to the vet they trust like family. Family is exactly what you'll find at the Cascade Veterinary Hospital on Fairfield Pike in Wartrace. Proudly serving the Bedford County area since 1998, Dr. West and his team continue to serve our community by providing impeccable care in a kind and compassionate environment. 931-389-0449. CascadeVetHospital.com.
I'm Tucker McGee, and you're listening to Cascade Champion Basketball on the Zinger 100.9 WZNG.
Welcome back to Cascade High School. We're at halftime. I think this is a little more in-sync action, or who did we saw? What was Ashley Allen saying?
I don't know, David, but I just texted her and said, where you at? They playing your song.
Is it Backstreet Boys? That's what I'm looking for. Backstreet Boys or one of them, in-sync? I don't know. Anyway, good night here at Cascade High School. Again, in an earlier contest, the Lady Champions held on very tight. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for them, but they went into overtime and fell to the Lady Hornets of Huntland by a score of 54-45 in overtime. Halftime here of the boys' game, the score 54-36. Our boys look good, Brian, but still, you know, even with what they're doing, Huntland's still pretty hot outside the three-point line and still making plays.
You know, they've been able to stay in this game. Never really threatened the lead. But, you know, it was all Jackson Davis early on. He's got 22 points in this game. He connected on so many baskets in that opening period of play. And then he went to the bench, giving a lot of players for Cascade an opportunity to enjoy their senior night. Kudos to the class act coach, Chris Lawson, in doing that. You know, even when, you know, all these contests matters. But, you know, he's given opportunities for a lot of guys to play. The lead's never been in question. But a lot of players getting opportunities tonight. Lucas Clanton has 17 points, Isaac McElroy 6, Jaden Gulick 5, Thomas Gentry with 2, and Saban Burris with 2. So a lot of contributions across the board, and you really like to see that as well.
Another notable mention, I didn't get to be here for the very beginning of the girls' game, Brian, but if I heard correctly, it was little Miss Annie Lawson who sang the national anthem tonight, and she killed it.
She killed it. You know, big crowd. Just you know, the courage that it takes for someone to just get up and do that in front of a packed house. She did it, and she did it very, very well.
She sang her heart out.
Yes, she did. She did. Coach Lawson's, I think, youngest
daughter. She's younger than Henry. So yeah.
So Coach Lawson's youngest child singing the national anthem tonight, and a fantastic job, fantastic performance by Annie Lawson. If you didn't get a chance to hear it, I assume you can catch that on. You can catch that on the YouTube, as well as don't forget, Brandon, tell us so we can download our app and we can go back in the on-demand section. Yeah, go ahead.
The Zinger 100.9 on the App Store and Google Play. You can just go to that on-demand section, catch any live game you missed. Also, the Cascade Coaches Show. If you missed any of those, they should be back there for you as well, the on-demand section. Also, follow us on Facebook and Instagram at the Zinger 100.9.
So there you have it. Again, Cascade Coaches Show this Monday night postponed due to a scheduled makeup game. That game against Grundy County. Of course, we face Grundy County this Friday night. Yeah, we go to Grundy County Friday night, and then on Monday night we're back here at Cascade to make up that game from earlier, which was scheduled for January 13th. It was postponed due to weather. So. A lot of basketball still left. Again, looking ahead on the schedule. Of course, Friday night, Grundy County. Monday night, Grundy County. Tuesday, February 7th, it's Franklin County. And then February 10th, Friday at Forest. And then district tournament play starts February 13th through the 21st.
David, I guess, you know, and that's one reason why that loss tonight to Huntland for the ladies hurts a little bit more, because we know going into Grundy County Friday night, that's a winnable game. And then with them coming back here next Monday, that's another winnable game. So if you could have got those 3 victories, it wouldn't have fallen at a better time for your Lady Champions heading into round up the end of the season and then going into district play. What those girls need are some confidence, but I think they set some things in place tonight to give them the confidence that they need in rounding out this season with Grundy County this weekend.
Yeah, the district tournament taking place at Forest, I believe, Brian, is what we discussed Monday night, and then, of course, region tournament taking place at Community. So I was talking with Sam Davis, Jeff Davis the other night at the Coaches Show, and we were talking about how tremendous that's going to be for not just the players but the spectators. No more getting home at 11, 12 o'clock at night. You know, we'll make the trip home, hopefully be home by 10:15. So
that's right.
That certainly makes for a better next day for our guys and our spectators. That's the 3-minute buzzer saying that things will restart here momentarily. Tell you what we'll do. We'll take another quick 90-second timeout. We'll come right back. You're listening to Cascade Champion Basketball on the Zinger 100.9. We're back in 90 seconds.
Hi, I'm Blake Bloom from Cascade School. Did you know there's a place where you can get good neighbor service and great auto and home insurance rates? Yep, that is Rob Gardner State Farm. So stop shopping around. Rob Gardner State Farm has got you covered. Give Mr. Rob and my mom a call today. 931-685-2080. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Go Champs!
Clanton Pipe and Supply, your corrugated plastic and metal culvert pipe supplier. Clanton has been selling pipe for over 30 years and carries all types and sizes of corrugated plastic and metal culvert pipe. Special orders are available. If it's made, we can get it. We guarantee quality products and reasonable rates, and you'll always get professional service when you call 931-684-4847 for Clanton Pipe and Supply for any pipe and drainage needs. Delivery is available.
This is the season when not just our head, but our heart's in the game. A time when our town starts to feel more like our team. At First Bank, we're community superfans. We don't wear uniforms, but we all wear our heart for community on our sleeve. That means we're not just in the bleachers Friday nights. We're in your corner 24/7, cheering your goals even louder. Don't just get a bank, get a team. First Bank. Bank local, get more. Member FDIC.
This is Logan Pooley, and you're listening to the home for Cascade Champion Basketball, 100.9 and AM 1400. WZNG.
All right, welcome back to Cascade High School as we get prepared to start the second half, the beginning of the third quarter. Here at Cascade High School at halftime, the score 54-36. Cascade champions back on the floor after going to the locker room for a few minutes. We've got Journey playing in the background. Everybody excited. Been a big night here at Cascade. The girls played an excellent matchup earlier versus Huntland.
You know, they poured it all on the line, David.
They sure did.
You know, it's a heartbreaker because I know the work that they put in this week and really did a lot of things right. And, you know, you don't feel good at the end by not being able to pull out the victory, but kudos to the team tonight.
Best game of the year easily.
Absolutely. So as we restart, it'll be Huntland basketball. They'll pass it around, take the shot. The shot's no good. On the rebound, I guess they step out of bounds as they try to keep it inbounds and creating the turnover. Ball going back to Cascade. Eli Elliott back in the basketball game for the champions. On the Cascade end, they'll pass it around the arc to Gulick, to Gentry, to Clanton. Clanton drives from outside the arc towards the basket, through the paint, takes a shot. Shot's no good. Rebound Huntland. They'll take it coast to coast through the paint, take the shot. Shot's no good. Rebound Thomas Gentry. Gentry goes down to Clanton. Clanton underneath the basket all by himself on the run. I thought we were going to have it, Brian.
But he's able to connect on that layup and draw the foul. So 3 points are always better than two.
That's right.
So if he connects on this,
So Lucas Clanton at the line.
He does connect.
For the champions, he'll connect, make it 57-36. Huntland responds very quickly, takes the ball back to their end. And Jaden Gulick not blocking the pass right into the hands of Clanton. Clanton gives it back to Gulick. Gulick takes the layup. The shot's no good. Rebound Huntland. Huntland passes all the way to the other end, inside the paint. Turn, spin, take the shot. Count it for two. 57-38. Back on the Cascade end. They'll cross the timeline to Gulick, to Davis. Davis back at midcourt outside the arc. He'll go back low side to Gulick. Gulick now to Eli Elliott. Top of the key. Back to Davis. Low side, 45. Davis takes a three-point shot. Shot's no good. It's an air ball. Thomas Gentry knocks it back
blocked, David.
Was it blocked?
Yeah, by the talented number 5, LaShawn Kimmons, who's back on the floor for Huntland after getting in that foul trouble earlier.
He must have just barely got a hand on it.
Yeah, he did. And just tipped it enough to
knock it off course.
Yes.
So the ball will go back to Huntland. They'll inbound it, bring it across to the Huntland side. Pass it around the arc. They'll take it inside to Lefevers. Lefevers will put down one dribble, trying to put it off the backboard. As he does, the whistle blows, and this foul against Eli Elliott underneath the basket. It'll be Huntland basketball inbounding it from the baseline underneath their own basket. They'll inbound it outside the arc, top of the key. Put it in the hands of Phillips. Phillips squares up, takes a three-point shot off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound, Huntland. They'll put it right back up off the front of the rim. No good again. Knocked out of bounds.
Last touch by Cascade. Huntland will be inbounding the ball underneath their own basket.
6 minutes, 19 seconds on the clock. We're in the third quarter. The score 57-38. Huntland inbounds it in the paint right underneath the basket. They'll take it off the backboard for two. Champions, Elliott inbounds to Davis. Davis throws it up. High side, high corner to Thomas Gentry. Gentry squares up, takes a three-point shot. Champions lead by 20. The score 60-40. Huntland inbounds it, brings the ball at the court, crosses the timeline. Phillips with the basketball at midcourt. He'll set things up. He'll try to go around. He'll pass it to the high corner to Kimmons. Kimmons takes a three-point shot from the high corner and connects for three. Answers right back. The score 60-43. On the champions end, they'll give it to Gulick. Gulick squares up on the 45 on the low side. Answers right back. Three more. 63-43. Phillips brings the ball up the court for Huntland as Curl comes to the scores desk. He'll come in momentarily. Kimmons.
That shot was blocked by the Eli Elliott.
Phillips goes to the basket. Underneath the basket, Elliott just puts his hand up and says, "You're not coming in here, buddy." Completely blocks the shot. The ball goes out of bounds. It will be Huntland basketball from the baseline underneath their own basket. They'll inbound it, put it up in the paint, take it off the backboard for two.
Who was that, David? I'm sorry, I missed it.
I did as well. I'm sorry, Brandon.
Good.
On the Cascade end, I was trying to hand this over. On the Cascade end, they'll miss the layup. Huntland gets the rebound. They'll go to the other end, take the shot. The shot's no good. They get their own rebound, put it right back up. That one was number 10, Brian. Kilpatrick with that 2 points. On the Cascade end, they'll go to Thomas Gentry in the low corner. Gentry goes across the baseline towards the basket. As he does, the whistle blows, and they're going to call a foul here against Huntland.
The foul's going to be on number 1, Eli Wiggs. Cascade will be inbounding the ball underneath their own basket.
They'll give it to Clanton in the low corner. Clanton squares up for 3. Raindrops. 66-47. Huntland with the basketball. It's Phillips on his end. They'll pass it low corner to Wiggs. Wiggs drives towards the basket through the paint. Does a little reverse left hook off the backboard. Count it for 2. 66-49 on the Cascade end. They'll give it to Gentry. Gentry gives it to Clanton in the low corner. Clanton squares up for the 3-point shot. That shot no good. Rebound Huntland. They give it to Kimmons. Kimmons brings the ball up the court. To the Huntland side he goes. He goes in front of the free throw line. Through the paint, sends it back out to Phillips. Phillips from the high corner takes the 3-point shot. That shot's no good. On the rebound, Clanton and Limbaugh go up in the air. They both come down with it. The whistle blows. Was it a jump ball?
They're going to call it a jump ball. Luckily, get away with one there.
So possession goes to Cascade. Curl will inbound it for the champions. Curl inbounds to Davis. 4 minutes, 18 seconds now on the clock. Davis brings the ball up the court. Crosses to the Cascade side. He'll start out low side, work his way back to the middle. Step back to half court. Tries to pass it to Clanton. The pass is blocked. Knocked into the backcourt. Clanton picks it up. He'll bring it back to the Cascade end. Kick it out to Davis outside the arc from the 45 on the high side. Davis takes a 3-point shot. Count it for 3. 69-49.
I believe that's the largest lead of the night, David. 20 points.
Huntland now with the basketball. They'll kick it out to the low corner. Trying to drive inside, give it to Lefevers. Lefevers puts down the dribble, turns, spins, can't do anything with it. Kimmons picks it up, takes the shot from underneath the basket. The shot's no good. Rebound Jackson Davis to the Cascade end we go. They'll give it to Gulick. Gulick from the high side corner, drives across the baseline towards the basket, takes the shot outside the paint.
Gulick not
the
giving up.
The shot's no good. He'll get the rebound, take it right back. He'll have to send it out to Jackson Davis, top of the key. Davis takes a 3-point shot off the back of the rim. No good. Kimmons gets it for Huntland. We go to the other end. Kimmons gives it to Phillips. Phillips takes the 3-point shot. Shot's no good. Clanton comes way up in the air, gets the rebound. We go to the Cascade end. Clanton, he'll line up at the 3. It's a 3-point shootout tonight, Brian. Clanton takes a 3-point shot. His shot's no good. The rebound goes out of bounds at the Cascade bench. It's going to be Huntland basketball. Curl and Gulick will come out, and Burris and Crosland will come in for the champions. It'll be Huntland basketball directly in front of the Cascade bench. They'll inbound it to Kimmons. Kimmons crosses the timeline onto the Huntland side. They'll pass it inside to Lefevers. Lefevers tries to kick it back out to Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick, the pass is tipped. It goes out of bounds. It'll go back to Huntland from the high side sideline. Whew, Brian, what a night.
And another picked
and
off
they inbound it. Jackson Davis steals it, goes towards the basket. As he does, it's knocked from his hand from behind it. They save it from going out of bounds. Huntland gets it.
Wow, they call a charge there, this time on number 3, Braylon Phillips. The Huntland crowd does not agree with that call.
As Huntland got the rebound, I guess, Thomas Gentry went after it, and that's where the whistle came in. So it'll be Cascade basketball inbounding from underneath their own basket. Inbound to Clanton, to Gentry, to Davis. Davis drives across the baseline from the high side towards the paint, takes the shot off the backboard, count it for 2, 71-49.
He has 27 points in this game, David.
Huntland inbounds, brings the ball up the court. They give it to Phillips. Phillips drives towards the basket, lays it in off the front of the rim, count it for 2, 71-51. Burris inbounds to Davis. To the Cascade end we go. Davis with the basketball, top of the key. Davis passes low side to Gentry. Back to Davis. Davis in the low corner. Takes a 3-point shot. Shot's no good. Goes directly into the hands of Kilpatrick for Huntland. We go to the other end. On the Huntland end. Kilpatrick with it. He'll give it out to Kimmons. Kimmons gives it back to Phillips at midcourt. Phillips drives towards the basket, through the paint. Takes the shot. Underneath. Underhanded layup off the backboard. Count it for 2. On the Cascade end. Davis to Gentry in the low corner. He'll pass it to Burris. Burris Sends it back out to Davis. Davis squares up, takes a three-point shot from the top of the key. Shot's no good. Rebound. Huntland. Phillips with the basketball. Crosses the timeline, back to the Huntland end. They'll pass it to Lefevre's underneath the basket, who didn't have nobody guarding.
Yeah, nobody
He'll put it off the
there.
backboard, count it for 2.
Just uncharacteristic defense there from Cascade that time.
Inbound to Davis. Davis crosses to the Cascade side. Pass it high side to Zach Crosland. Crosland back to Davis. Back to Crosland. High side outside the arc. To Clanton inside. Clanton turns, spins, has to send it back out to Davis. Davis finds Burris underneath the basket. Burris takes a shot. His shot is stripped from his hand by Phillips. Phillips goes all the way to the other end, through the paint, puts the shot up off the backboard, count it for 2.
That's a good player for Huntland. He's got 20 points in this game.
Cascade inbounds to Davis. Davis brings the ball up the court, goes low side to Thomas Gentry outside the arc in front of the Cascade bench. 40 seconds now on the clock in the third quarter. They'll go inside to Burris. Burris gives it back out to Jackson Davis in the high corner. Davis goes across the baseline, takes the shot, gets his own rebound, passes around the arc to Thomas Gentry on the low side 45. Gentry connects for a three-point shot. Make it 74-57 as 20 seconds are left on the clock. Huntland will have this possession. They're going to drive towards the basket through the paint, put the shot up off the backboard as he crosses from one side of the paint to the other. The shot counts. The whistle blows. They're going to call the foul against Cascade and count the basket.
Fouls on Cascade's number 11, Zach Crosland. He'll be coming out of the game. Jaden Gulick re-entering for Cascade.
So Kimmons goes to the line for the Hornets. First free throw by Kimmons.
He nails it.
And only free throw by Kimmons because the basket counted prior to the free throw. So three-point play by Kimmons there. 15.8 seconds on the clock in the third quarter. Burris inbounds to Davis. Davis gets pressure as he crosses the timeline. He'll go high side with it, outside the arc. Pass it to Clanton underneath the basket. Clanton inside the paint, turns, spins, puts it off the backboard. What a way to end the third quarter, 76-60. Huntland tries to go to the other end real quickly, puts the shot up.
LaShawn Phillips shows how talented a player he is. That shot does not count. He wants it to.
Yeah, he got his own rebound, put it right back up. The buzzer blows. We're at the end of the three. The score, 76-60. We'll take a quick 60-second timeout. You're listening to Cascade Champion Basketball on the Zinger 100.9. We're back after this.
There's peace of mind when you discover quality local beef for your family that's backed by tradition at Garrison Valley Farms. Taste the difference of locally processed beef, free of antibiotics, steroids, and hormones. They always have quarters of beef available and halves and wholes available by request. 931-389-1005. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, and Saturdays from 9 to 12. Fill your freezer with quality local beef backed by Bedford County tradition at Garrison Valley Farms. Proud supporter of Cascade Champion Basketball on the Zinger.
Cataldo Auto Repair Service Center in Wartrace is thankful for your loyalty with us over the years. When you need vehicle repair, you need it fast and right the first time. You've proven that cars at 219 Blackman Boulevard East in Wartrace is the place to go. Thanks for trusting their services on all your vehicles time after time. Cars, an excellent alternative to any expensive dealership because their knowledge base and equipment stacks up the same, if not better, than the dealer. Thank you for relying on Cars. Proud sponsor of your Cascade Champions on the Zinger.
All right, as we start the fourth quarter, Huntland had the possession. They took the three-point shot. Shot's no good. Rebound Cascade. Burris with it. He'll drive straight towards the basket. Coast to coast with it. Put it off the backboard. Count it for two. 78-60. Hornets inbound it to Phillips. Phillips brings the ball up the court. Pass it around the arc to Kimmons. Now low side to Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick goes back to midcourt. He'll have to step back, work his way back low side to Lefevre's in the low corner. Lefevre's can't do anything with it. Tries to pass it to Phillips. The pass is picked off. Luckily, Lefevre's picks it back up. As he does, he turns around, tries to throw it off Burris's shin. The ball goes out of bounds. They will give it back to the Hornets here. The Hornets inbounding from the baseline underneath their own basket. Inbound it to Wiggs. Wiggs goes back to midcourt outside the arc. Bounce pass to Lefevre's underneath the basket. Lefevre's turns, spins, takes the shot, and Burris all up in his face says, get it out of here.
Blocked by Saban Burris.
Goes out of bounds. They'll inbound it from the baseline. As they do, they'll try to take the shot. They get their own rebound. Lefevre's tries to
He's
drive
frustrated.
towards the basket. I don't know what, it just lost control of the ball. It goes out of bounds. Burris for Cascade, inbounds it to Davis. Davis brings the ball up the court real quickly, passes it high side to Thomas Gentry. Gentry squares up, takes a three-point shot. The shot's no good. On the rebound, Burris comes flying through the air. I thought he was going to alley-oop it or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, unfortunately, he touches the ball and also steps out of bounds, so that ball will be going back to.
So turnover, Cascade, giving it back to Huntland. They'll inbound it to Kimmons. Kimmons brings the ball up the court, crosses to the Huntland side. He'll work his way outside the arc, goes straight in through the middle. He almost goes into the paint, takes the shot. The shot's no good. The whistle blows.
Fouls on number 20, Saban Burris. That's his first personal foul this game. Team's third.
And that will send Kimmons to the line for Huntland to shoot. Kimmons' first shot, count it. 78-61. Jackson Davis will come off. Saban Burris will come off. Sawyer Lovern will come in. Isaac McElroy will come in for the champions. Kimmons, second shot for Huntland. Count it. 78-62. McElroy inbounds it for the champions to Clanton. Clanton crosses the timeline. Sets things up for the champions. He'll pass it low side to Thomas Gentry. Now back top of the key to Lovern. Lovern back low side to Clanton. Clanton working his way outside the arc, trying to go in. As he does, the whistle blows.
They're going to give a 5-second count on Lucas Clanton for not passing the ball, saying he was tightly guarded there.
6 minutes, 28 seconds on the clock. Turnover, Cascade gives it back to Huntland. They'll have Kimmons with the basketball on the Huntland end. Outside the arc, he'll hand it off to Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick brings it back to midcourt, loses control of the basketball. It goes across. They'll call backcourt violation as he goes back there to retrieve it. Turnover, Huntland, giving the ball back to Cascade.
Lucas Clanton was intent on making up for that mistake he made earlier. Put a little pressure on Huntland.
McElroy inbounds it to Gulick. Gulick brings the ball up the court. Passes low side to Clanton. Clanton outside the arc, working his way towards the basket. He does.
Now they're going to call a charge.
Against Clanton?
No, they're going to call that on
13?
number 15.
15.
Yeah, foul on number 15, Sawyer Lovern. That's
So,
his second personal foul.
Turnover for the champions, gives the ball to Huntland. On the Huntland end, it's Kimmons with it outside the arc. He's going to work his way towards the middle, through the middle, trying to pass it underneath the basket. The pass is picked up by Lovern. Lovern gives it to Gulick. We go to the Cascade end. Gulick with it now. Low side, outside the arc. Lob pass inside to Lovern. Lovern almost in the paint. Has to kick it back out to McElroy. McElroy to Clanton. Clanton on the high side at the 45. Takes a three-point shot. Shot is partially blocked.
And he's fouled, so Lucas Clanton will be going to the line to shoot three, David.
So 3 Garrison Valley free throw attempts ahead for Lucas Clanton with 5 minutes, 37 seconds left in this ball game. Clanton connects on number 1. Make it 79-62. Clanton's second free throw. 2 for 2. 880, right? They're
Yes,
slow.
it's 80-62. They're slow to get the score up there.
All right, Clanton awaits his third free throw, and Kimmons will come out for Huntland. Third free throw by Lucas Clanton. It's a trifecta. 3 for 3, 81-62. Huntland inbounds to Phillips. Phillips brings the ball up the court for Huntland. Crosses the timeline, approaches the three-point line. He'll meet Jaden Gulick. He'll have to turn. He'll pass it back to Wiggs. Wiggs top of the key. Wiggs getting guarded by Lovern. He'll step up to the free throw line, take the shot. The shot's no good. Lovern's going to get the rebound on the Cascade end. He'll pick it up, hand it off to Gulick. Gulick takes a three-point shot from the high side 45. The shot's no good. Clanton gets the rebound. He puts it up. The ball sits on the rim for a second, then falls no good. Huntland gets the rebound. We go to the other end real quickly. They'll pass it around the arc, put it in the hands of Phillips. Phillips takes a three-point shot. That shot's an air ball or partially blocked. I'm not sure. Clanton gets the rebound. We'll go back to Cascade in. 4 minutes, 54 seconds with it. Clanton goes straight through the paint towards the basket. Finger roll, lays it in. Counted for 2, 83-62. On the Huntland end, they'll try to do the same thing. They'll take it straight to the basket. Their shot no good. They do get their own rebound underneath the basket.
Yes,
it's
a charge
Kinslow.
on number 30, Kinslow. The correct call was made.
Kinslow underneath the basket throwing elbows, I guess. I'm not sure.
Yeah, throwing elbows, gets called with a charge. Cascade will be inbounding the ball. Needing to go the length of the floor. David, Lucas Clanton has 30 points in this game now.
Wow, and Jackson Davis?
Jackson Davis, we'll have to find him.
I mean,
it's been a little while.
30 and 20. I mean, they make up more than half of these 83 points, I'm sure.
He had 27 points last I saw. So, yeah, big nights for the seniors.
Cascade inbounds to Davis. Davis brings it up, dumps it off
Hold
to
up.
Gulick in the low
There
corner.
it is. There's
Jaden
another
Gulick,
senior contributing.
a magic man from the low corner.
He
Connects
has
for
11
three.
points. 11 points in this game, Jaden Gulick.
The Hornets inbound it, take it to their end of the court, pass it around the arc. Try to work their way in the middle. They do. They give it to Wiggs. Wiggs drives through the paint towards the basket. Do they count the shot?
Yeah, he connects on that and will be going to the line.
So he creates the foul. He makes the shot. He goes to the free throw line to get one more.
That foul was on number 4, Isaac McElroy. That's his second, team's 5th.
And he'll make that a three-point play. Eli Wiggs for Huntland. McElroy inbounds it to Clanton. We go all the way to the Cascade end. Clanton with the basketball. Top of the key, outside the arc. Steps up to the free throw line. Now in front of the free throw line, towards the paint. Takes the shot. The whistle blows. I think it blew before the shot. I'm not sure.
They're going to call the foul on number 3.
It did blow.
Braylon Phillips
It did go
yes.
before the shot. So Cascade will inbound it underneath their own basket to Clanton. Clanton gives it right back to Davis. Davis underneath the basket. Figures out some way to get it up and get it in, and he does off the backboard. It's 88-65.
He has 29 points.
Huntland inbounds, goes to their end. They'll pass it around the arc. Wiggs with the basketball. Wiggs will square up, take the three-point shot off the front of the rim, no good. Lefevers gets the rebound. He'll put the putback up. The shot's no good. Rebound McElroy. McElroy finds Davis all by himself on the other end. He'll finger roll a layup off the front of the rim, count it for good. Cascade breaks 90 points on the scoreboard on the Huntland end. They'll take a shot. The shot is no good. Rebound, Jaden Gulick. Gulick with the basketball. Passes it low side to Thomas Gentry in the low corner. Gentry squares up, takes a three-point shot. The shot's no good. McElroy tries to get the rebound. He does before he falls out of bounds. Gives it to Clanton. Clanton goes outside the arc in the high side corner. Takes a three-point shot. That shot no good. Rebound, Huntland. I was running out of air, Brian.
David, I believe for once you might see this team try to score 100 points on senior night.
I think it's going to happen.
3 minutes left in this game. There's no reason why it couldn't.
We've seen them score more than less.
Yes.
So it looks like I lost kind of track here what we were doing.
That foul was on number 12, Lucas Clanton. That's his second personal foul. Huntland will be inbounding the ball underneath their basket. That ball is, oh, David.
Picked off. Clanton with it on the run.
A charge is called.
It was Clanton and two Hornets caught up with him right before he got ready to do his thing, and the whistle blows. And what do they call? They call it
They
on.
called a charge. Tucker McGee's
time.
going to be coming into this game. Lucas Clanton will be coming out. Unable to connect on that DNR dumpster dunk.
He wanted it, just didn't happen. So on the Huntland end, they'll try to make a long pass. The pass is knocked out of bounds by Jackson Davis at the Huntland bench. It'll be Huntland inbounding it right in front of their bench on their end of the court. They'll pass it.
Tucker McGee
gets the Tucker steals the pass.
They're going to call the foul. The foul's going to be on. Oh, wow, the foul's going to be called on Tucker McGee.
Tucker went to get the pass, or steal the pass. As he did, he knocked down number 11, Limbaugh. And so now they're going to send Limbaugh to the line to shoot here. With 2 minutes, 51 seconds now on the clock. Limbaugh for Huntland at the free throw line. First shot by Limbaugh, no good. Only shot, rebound, Tucker McGee. McGee gives it to Gentry. Gentry now brings the ball up the court for the champions. He'll pass it low side to Gentry, to Davis. On around to the low corner to Jaden Gulick. Gulick connects.
Hold up.
For a big three-pointer. 93-65 on the Huntland end. They'll pass it around.
Huntland wants some mercy.
Jackson Davis steals it, goes all the way back up. Oh, he tries to dunk it, and it doesn't go. Gulick gets the rebound. He squares up, takes the three-point shot. That's another three-pointer by Jaden Goulet. Back-to-back three-pointers. 96-65 on the Huntland end. They'll drive through the paint. Underhand layup off the backboard. Count it for 2. This place is getting wild, Brian.
David, Huntland is putting their subs in. Cascade has the opportunity to score 100 points tonight.
I think we just do it.
We're going to use that third digit on the scoreboard.
Listen, I don't know. Coach Lawson's called the guys over. You got some other players coming in the game. Looks like Nick Harris is going to be checking in. You know, David, you want 100 points, but let's see if we can get it with these 2 minutes and 13 seconds left with your bench, and let's do the class thing.
Yeah, keep it classy.
Let's keep it classy.
That's Coach Lawson's style. I don't see it happening any other way.
You don't go into this season hoping to score 100 points on any of your opponents. What you do is you go into the season hoping that you can go to district play, region play, state tournament play.
We'll restart. McElroy will inbound to Davis. Davis sends it up to the high corner to Tucker McGee. McGee takes a three-point shot from the high corner. The shot's no good. He tries to get his own rebound. He loses it to Huntland. We'll go to the other end. Huntland with it. Takes it up to the three-point line. Bounce pass inside through the paint. They'll turn, take a hook shot, and connect for 2. McElroy now inbounds to Davis. Davis all the way down to Harris. Harris in the low corner outside the arc. Back to Davis. Davis going to drive across the free throw line. Send it out to Gulick in the high corner this time. Oh. No, he couldn't do it.
Rebound Nick Harris. He's fouled. He'll be going to the line to shoot 2. 1 minute 38 seconds left. Nick Harris needs to connect on these free throw attempts to bring us closer to that 100 mark.
So Nick Harris at the line for the champions, and now Henry Stone's taking his warm-up off and getting ready along with Logan Pulley and Jaden Little at the scorers.
He banks it in.
Another bank shot from the Garrison Valley Farm free throw tonight.
That's
Nick
97
Harris.
points for your Cascade champions.
Isaac McElroy comes out. Gulick comes out. Jackson Davis comes out. Pulley, Stone, and Little enter for the champions with Nick Harris at the line for his second free throw.
And these boys can still do it.
Yeah, they can do it.
Harris takes his second free throw shot, connects, make it 98-69. McGee will inbound it for the champions. He'll inbound it to Pulley.
What's happened? They gave the ball back to Cascade after the free throws.
Foul on the refs.
Oh, wow. Even the refs are a little rattled now.
Tucker knew when he threw it in.
Hey, I think they want to see us score 100.
Like, go ahead, do it.
Oh, man, on the Huntland end, they'll pass it around the arc. Some young players playing for Huntland. They'll drive in, take the shot. The shot's no good. Rebound, Nick Harris. Harris to Stone. Stone all the way on the other end.
Oh.
Stone trying to get it. Can't do it. He'll pass it up to McGee. McGee gets the 100th point for the Cascade champions. 100-69 your score with 1 minute, 15 seconds left here at Cascade High School tonight. On the Huntland end, they'll pass it around, trying to go inside the paint, take the shot, the whistle blows. And now Curl and Elliott will be at the scorer's desk to also check in for the champions. What are they chanting?
I'm not sure, but it's something.
So at the free throw line for Huntland, they'll connect on the first one. I can't see his number, Brian.
Can't see his number either. Is that
Harris and Pulley come out as Curl and Elliott check in. I think it's number
22, maybe?
I think it's number 2.
No.
He'll take a second free throw and
number
connect.
2.
Make it 100-71. Champions lead by 29. They'll inbound to Stone. Stone brings the ball up the court, crosses the timeline. He'll go low side with it. Pass it to Jaden Little. Little back top of the key to Curl. Curl squares up, takes a three-point shot off the back of the rim. No good. Little gets the rebound. Kicks it out to Stone. Stone's going to drive in, take his own shot. Stone on the scorebooks with 2, make it 102-71. 42 seconds now on the clock. On the Huntland end, they'll drive straight towards the basket, take the layup. The shot's no good. Elliott with a rebound. He'll try to pass it down to Little. Pass is picked off by Huntland. They'll bring it right back and throw it out of bounds, but before it goes out of bounds, the whistle blows.
This looks like Memphis just played the Pacers in the NBA, man. 102-71. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Woo.
You know.
What? Exciting times. Everybody's smiling here tonight.
Very exciting times. I'll tell you what, though, David, visiting teams don't forget something like this. And Enjoy it while you can.
Huntland at the free throw line. They'll connect on the first free throw. It's number 2 again. Brent Farmer. Second free throw by Farmer. They had a lane violation. They blew the whistle, and they'll lose that shot because it was on. Or no, they're going to let him shoot again.
They're going to let him shoot again. I mean, he connects on the shot. If the lane violation was on Cascade, why not just go ahead and give him that?
It was on Huntland.
Yeah, it was on. Well, it would take it away if
that's
it was
what
on
I
Huntland.
thought. Yeah.
So.
Well, they give him the opportunity to do it again. So it's 102-73 now your score. Little inbounds it to Stone. Stone brings the ball to the court, passes high side to McGee. McGee finds Stone underneath the basket. Stone puts it off the backboard for 2. 104-73. Inbound, Huntland to the other end. Farmer with it for Huntland. Pass it around the arc. They'll take a 3-point shot. Shot's no good. Rebound, Little for Cascade.
6 seconds.
Little. Woo, Little puts some moves on it mid-court. He loses control of the basketball. He picks it right back up. Gets it to Stone. Stone takes the 3-point shot at the buzzer. The final score at Cascade High School tonight, 104-73. 104-73. Cascade champions victorious over the Huntland Hornets tonight. I'm getting the sheet out before they take it off.
Goodness
104-73.
104-73.
That'll stick with you for a few years.
Cascade champions now with a record of 20 wins, 4 losses.
Historic night for Cascade. The
Senior
fans are
night.
down there.
I mean, they're all getting into it. The players have now gone over there and joined the student section. Again, from Cascade High School, victorious over the Huntland Hornets as this boys game comes to a conclusion with a final score of 104-73. We'll take a 2-minute timeout, let things calm down. We'll come back, we'll talk basketball. We've got a lot of awards to give away and some other things to talk about. You're listening to Cascade Champion Basketball on the Zinger 100.9. We're back in 2.
DNR Contractors is your local home improvement expert. Locally owned and operated with over 30 years experience in the remodel industry. From roofing to remodels or home additions, DNR Contractors is here to help with your next home improvement project. Get your home holiday ready by calling my daddy today at 931-684-1685 or visit our website at dnrcontractors.com.
None of that 98 wasn't me, but
Go
that's
Champs!
100. That's me.
When the Cascade family needs top quality veterinary care for their furry little friends, or even around the clock emergency care for livestock, they turn to the vet they trust like family. Family is exactly what you'll find at the Cascade Veterinary Hospital on Fairfield Pike in Wartrace. Proudly serving the Bedford County area since 1998, Dr. West and his team continue to serve our community by providing impeccable care in a kind and compassionate environment. 931-389-0449. CascadeVetHospital.com.
Hi, I'm Blake Moon from Cascade School. Did you know there's a place where you can get good neighbor service and great auto and home insurance rates? Yep, that is Rob Gardner State Farm. So stop shopping around. Rob Gardner State Farm has got you covered. Give Mr. Rob and my mom a call today. 931-685-2080. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Go Champs!
Clanton Pipe and Supply, your corrugated plastic and metal culvert pipe supplier. Clanton has been selling pipe for over 30 years and carries all types and sizes of corrugated plastic and metal culvert pipe. Special orders are available. If it's made, we can get it. We guarantee quality products and reasonable rates, and you'll always get professional service when you call 931-684-4847 for Clanton Pipe and Supply for any pipe and drainage needs. Delivery is available.
This is Thomas Gentry, senior guard, and you are listening to your radio home for Cascade Champions Basketball. The Zinger 100.9.
Welcome back to Cascade High School. I think we can finally hear each other, Brian.
Wow.
Brandon, final score here for the boys tonight, 104 points to 73 points. Cascade victorious over the Hornets of Huntland. The last time these two teams matched up, December 13th at Huntland, the score very, very much different, 69-66. Tonight, 104-73. We shot the lights out, Brian.
Yeah, we really did. And, we never were threatened in this game, but for the majority of the game, it was like 12 to 15 points. We stretched it out to 20, then we dropped back down to 15. But I'll tell you, as we got closer and closer to that century mark, it was like we were determined as a team to hit that mark tonight, and we did, and it feels really, really good.
It sure does. It sure does. Again, 104 to 73. All kinds of movement from the Cascade bench, all kinds of participation, all kinds of points scored all across the board by multiple players tonight. Just a great performance, a great night of basketball, especially for a Tuesday night performance here at Cascade High School.
A cold Tuesday night outside, but it was hot in here.
It sure was. You want to give us a breakdown on points of everybody that you got there, Brian?
Yeah, let's just give credit to all the guys. Jackson Davis leads all scorers tonight for Cascade. He had 31 points. Lucas Clanton was on his heels, buddy, with 30 points of his own. Following those two, you had Jaden Gulick, the senior, with 17 points. Nick Harris gets into this game with 2 points. Tucker McGee gets 2 points. Isaac McElroy with 6. Thomas Gentry with 8. Henry Stone, the freshman, showing up late, getting 4 points. And Saban Burris with 4 points. Your Cascade champions score 104 points tonight, led by the senior, Lucas Clanton, Jackson Davis, and Jaden Gulick.
So we've got some awards to give away. We'll start with our Rob Gardner State Farm Agent Player of the Game. Brian?
I'm glad Jackson kind of separated himself by scoring that one more point than Lucas Clanton. But he was. He scored 20 points, I believe, in the first quarter of this game. Just never they never had an answer for him. He finished the contest with 31 points. He is your Rob Gardner State Farm Player of a Game. 31 points tonight.
And then our Cascade Veterinary Hospital Heart of a Champion, the one for tonight.
The one for tonight would have to be Lucas Clanton. 30 points. He came out here, played really well, just playing so good for Cascade. When he stays out of foul trouble, it shows how important it is to have him on the court.
And, we talk about the Cascade Veterinary Hospital Heart of a Champion. It was a special night here tonight. Senior night, it's always a special night, senior night. Those seniors, a lot of times it's your last home performance, but in this case we do have at least one more home game. But we talked about this earlier, and we decided we want to do something a little special, didn't we, Brian?
Yeah, a little special tonight, and we want to award – not as if they hadn't been awarded enough, scoring 104 points on senior night. We've got something special for all the seniors, the Cascade family tonight. We're giving the Cascade Veterinary Hospital Heart of a Champion Award to all the seniors on this team. Brandon, if you'll hand them over here to me, I want to read those out. I don't want to miss anyone tonight for those Heart of a Champions. I know we have senior Lucas Clanton, who finished tonight's contest with 30 points. We have senior Jacob Curl. We have senior Jackson Davis. Senior Thomas Gentry. Senior Jaden Little. Senior Jaden Gulick had a lot of points tonight, 17, I believe. Senior Eli Elliott. Manager senior Caleb Fletcher. And manager senior Davidson Bennett. Those are some big shoes to fill. We don't really want to talk about that yet, but kudos go to them tonight. All those seniors contributing in their own way. 104 points. That's a great night for Cascade basketball.
It is, certainly, and we want to congratulate all those seniors and, those two gentlemen down there that work hard as managers for this team. There's a lot that goes into that, a lot of preparation, a lot of work before the game, a lot of work after the game, so kudos to those two gentlemen as well. Again, they're getting ready to cut the lights out on us here, Brian. We've got
they want this celebration to end.
They want the celebration to end, but don't forget, coming up Friday night, we travel to Grundy County. It's Grundy County. Last time we haven't faced Grundy County yet. Yeah,
last one.
It's because we got two back-to-back.
Yep.
So Friday night at Grundy County, Monday, February 6th, it's Grundy County comes here. So at the end of next week, it's at Franklin County. So more basketball on its way here on the Zinger 100.9. We appreciate you joining us tonight. Any final words, Brandon, from you?
That's a lot of papers to give out, so we'll be doing that shortly, and we got to get out of here. The lights are going off.
That's right, Brian. Any final words for you tonight?
You know, I just want to say again, shout out to the Cascade Lady Champions tonight. Hard-fought battle on the Cascade floor tonight, but I think we saw some things that we can take into that contest Friday night and really build upon, and I look forward to that already.
You're right. Just to mention one more time, in an earlier contest, it was the Cascade Lady Champions falling to the Lady Hornets of Huntland in overtime. Lady Champions putting on quite the performance tonight. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for them. The score 54-45. Excuse me. In the boys contest tonight, final score 104-73. An exciting game here at Cascade High School tonight. Again, Friday night, broadcast starts at 5:45. Girls game starts at 6. Boys game to follow immediately thereafter. It's Grundy County Friday night. Cascade basketball back here on the Zinger 100.9. For Mr. Brandon Crosland, for Mr. Brian Cruz, I'm David McGee. Until Friday night, have a good